Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Jinjo here, and I am going to do a live tier list. Today's tier list is sponsored by Coca-Cola and Joe Camel Kitty Cigarettes. As you can see, this cartoon camel from the 90s was smoking cigarettes. Times were different back then. After the year 2000, they banned public smoking. And so when I was a kid for a short time, dude, Joe Camel was the dude. They made cartoons to try to get kids to smoke. It was so funny. Anyways, that's besides the point. What up, Burning Godzilla Gaming? Yeah, I was like, I want to do a tier list, but then I'm like, I had people mentioning about talking about collaborations and stuff, and I'm like, want to try to please everyone because there's been a few people who are like, I want to help out in the next tier list, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that interested in the game anymore, like as much, and I don't know if I'm gonna be doing content for next month. Or next season or the one after. Depends who comes out, you know. But Leanne will definitely be doing more live streams and content. As for me, I thought, you know what, let's just go out with a bang. Let's do an amazing tier list. So, yeah. Sajuri, what's up? I hope I pronounced your name right. Sajuru. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, but welcome. Thank you. Hello. How much are you being paid for the sponsor? I think they're paying me in, what was it? Bitcoin 2? I think Bitcoin 2 is just as expensive as Bitcoin 1. It's one of those. They're sending me a pack of cigarettes dated from the 90s. Anyways, let's get to it. Next season does seem like it's about countering snipers. Well, Mega Garrus is dashing behind the Desghidorah, not able to kill the Desghidorah, which is... That's alright, depends on if it's 4 cost, that's fine. But it's going to be in the line of fire. It's going behind him where all the other units will be. So Mega Garrus is really cool, but I have a feeling that he's going to die very fast, unless he's invincible for a bit when he goes behind the enemy. And then the Megalon is really cool. He's pushing towards the enemy's side again, so it could be a little dangerous. I'm going to watch. I need to take a break from this game to regain my passion. So, let me take a look at this list. Immediately, I'm going to correct something. I'm going to switch these two. I think Cocoon's still very good. I don't know if it's better than Varen or not. Let me minimize this and see if it screws everything up. It does. Okay. So let me fit this real quick, because I want to also see what you guys are saying this time. Good enough. I hope can you guys hear the music? It's Pokemon Red and Blue Jazz Sessions. This guy also made some Johto versions, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to move Ultima up to like, probably around these spots right here. I'm going to put Rio here because I hate things with 140, 120 range. I personally don't have anything that can go in there and take him out. I have Varen, but most people have their Goats and their Rios so powerful now that Varen just can't solo it. When Rio was first coming out, people had like, you know, their low levels, so you could use Varen to take him out easily. Now these guys have a lot of HP, so. I'm thinking Ultima's number 3, 2 to 3. Let's see. Yeah, it could be another cheap distraction though. I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, as long as the gameplay's fun, you know. I already screwed up this season, now I'm going to screw up with this next one. How? Don't say that, man, you got this. The most important thing you can do is I think it's more important to get good cards, so save your gems. Wait for another Godzilla Valentine's card. I recently was helping this one guy with his deck, and he had like double the wins, almost triple the wins I have in the game, so triple game time. His rank is 17, mine's 14. He had great units. He had some in the 30s, a lot in the 20s, but all the new units were like 5 to 10. So yeah, I think he was a free-to-play low spender. But he had crap cards. He had horrible cards. He did have the Final Wars and the 3.5, but everything else he had no HP and attack cards. So like he had better units than I did level-wise, but his cards were bad, so he got wrecked. Yeah, at least Ultima's range is somewhat manageable. Yeah, Ultima's just an all better Shin Ortho, I feel like. Oh, who did he just kill recently? Oh, who did he just kill? I was just doing a battle yesterday, I want to say. And I want to say Ultima took out, was it a Shin Ortho? I know he's taking out Armored Mothra. The thing's a beast. Like, if you get it to, like, level 30, there's nothing's gonna kill it. So, with Angi's 21 buff next season, he might be a really good option to counter Rio if the extend his reach for the reflection to 140 reach. I am very happy. So, Toho's doing a thing where they're like, people didn't really seem to like this unit. Let's buff it 2 months later, you know? Which, at least they're doing that. You know, they buffed that Gauss. Melee said Gauss was like the worst character in the game. Or Showa Gauss. I think he's probably B tier. I haven't used him much, but they gave him some nice buffs, lowered his cost. But Anguirus is going to be good. I'm glad they did Anguirus. Grand King Ghidorah. They're buffing him. He was already pretty decent. But I think it's going to be probably upper tier now. Yeah, it hits stupidly hard. Ultimate does. Yeah, finally I have some units that were OP before, like Shin Ortho and final alternative Goji. But what's the point if they are level 1? Yeah, you gotta get them at least to level 5. If you want to compete in 66 plus, get them to level 5. Get some decent cards like the Valentine 7 plus cost card, the new 6 plus one. You should be good. All right, so let's take a look more at this tier list. Scar King's, he would be in takeoff, but stun is not as powerful anymore. I think Taba's really good. Taba's an S. Like, I think he's better than possibly Dimension Tide. Because if you screw up Taba, you're going to still get a few hits, you know? I don't know. Like, if I had to place Taba... Because I don't like placing effects compared to units. I'll just put in the given tier. It's just too hard to rank effects. But if I had to, like... I mean, Cocoon's technically labeled as an effect. I'd probably put Taba, like, up here. What do you guys think of that Taba placement? Because I think he's actually pretty good. I mean... Leanne has them, and I have them, and we both used it, and it's kind of like a get me out of jail card. Like when your guys all meet up in the middle, you use Taba, they get stunned, and they're just taking so much damage. I think Taba's really good. Taba's amazing. I think this season had 3 amazing units. I might put Cocoon. Well, no, the damage debuff on Baron, they're both. I think they're interchangeable. I think they're both really good. Dare I might say better than Shin Ortho. Alright, what do we got? Unbalanced tier list for the most broken game ever. Dude, yeah, if you are running people, these are the guys you need to run. If you're not running anything in the takeoff tier, you're going to lose, basically. S tier, you can run these guys with takeoff and you'll still win. A tier is where you start dipping. Like, you're starting to dip into the characters that need extra support to do well, to get into the S tier. Like 1,000-Year Dragon's in A now. He's probably lower. So let me think real quick. Let me start from the top. So I almost want to put Bagon on top, but Bagon isn't as OP as Scar King. But Bagon, once he gets a hit and hits 5 enemies, he's in the takeoff tier. Like in the right situations, Bagon is just amazing. Stun being nerfed by the president of Mothra 2019. So I was thinking I was going to take out Rodan. Rodan's not as good anymore. Ebro's really good. Gigan Rex has fallen big time. So we're going to spend a good hour probably working on this together, guys. Gigan Rex gets absolutely shredded by Bagon. Gamera, Shin Ortho, Taba, Cocoon has that AoE when he pops out. Godzilla evolved. So I think Gigan Rex has fallen a lot. Just from this season. And Ultima, 1 hits the Miles. So he's going to 2-hit the Rex. The Geo 2 and Geo 3 slow. Definitely not stun. That's funny. I had the same thought, SKG animation. I had the same thought. I was like, slow resistance. Well, did you know Godzilla 2000 has slow resistance as a leader? That is the most important stat in the game for a leader. So, I'm going to put Mothra, guys, up to... probably here. So, Mothra 2019 is actually pretty good. I think she's just... You send her out, and I've done this. I don't use her because I have no good cards with her. But even without cards, I'm just hitting the leader. Like, I put her to the side, and the guy's like, oh, this is Mothra 2019. This is a baby monster. I'm going to focus on the other side. He's already taken 1/4 of his HP ignoring it, and then when he kills it with anything, I get 2 energy back. I know Melee put his, around here. But I think just for that one rule, if someone focuses in and prioritizes Mothra 2019, she's not as good. but some people don't do that. So I'm going to move her up to the S tier. Now, a lot of these aren't in a particular order. I try my best to make them in a particular order, but a lot of these guys can shuffle. Like, I could see Bagon being better than Scar King, or Shin Ortho being up here. I say the S tier and the upper A's are more accurate. But like Mothra, I could see arguments for Mothra being up here. You know, so I am open. If you guys have any characters you're really passionate about, let me know, and I'll look at them on the tier list. Alright, could be biased here, but Geo2 and Geo3 have actually been supporting me really well. If your opponent summons Ultima, you can use Geo2 to rush him, and it works out. Where do I have them? I have them kind of in B. I mean, they don't hit aerials, so they're going to get wrecked by, like, Dorats and stuff, but they can run past them, so that's a double-edged sword. One side is good, one side's not. I think after this patch, they're probably going to be in the A tier. And I don't want to move anyone based on the balance things, but I can tell you guys that probably everyone's going to go up a tier. Or up, like, a lot. Like, Grand King Ghidorah is probably going to be S after this. Oh my gosh, what if this is a buff that's like Scar King, where Grand King Ghidorah becomes, like, up here, takeoff tier? Okay, main problem, blah, blah, blah. Been happy with the Taba as a way to push damage and disrupt attackers. Taba's really good. I put Taba's the first effect that I was, confident in placing. I think Taba's, like, very good. Top 10. Wait. Top 11. Yeah, I still think Shin Ortho is still really good. Like, you can work around Shin Ortho, but if you find a strong one, nothing can kill it. It'll kill you. But then Taba's good against it. Taba's great. I love Taba. I should probably do more quests to get the... But I have a level 5 Cocoon. That's good enough for me. I have like level 1 of the other guys. Alright, let me focus more on reading. The thing about Geo2 is you just can't just send him out. He's meant to be played as a flank unit. Yeah, kind of like King Caesar. I think I have him higher than King Caesar. No, I have him lower. That's because King Caesar hits like a frickin' truck. So I could see moving these guys. I'm going to wait. If I do, maybe if I do a tier list next month, we'll see. It depends how good the meta is. I can see moving these guys up though. I think charging units are pretty good. So after playing, let's see. I'll put him like up here. Which one's the final form? I think the final form's a lot better. I think this guy is. I'll put this guy right here. Because he's probably better than King Caesar once he's evolved. And then Kiryu Kai's better. Go Tango's pretty good, actually. I was fighting somebody who kept sending him out, and the thing has like a ton of health. Alright, what else are you guys saying? Slow resistance as a leader is a bit too overpowered. He may need a nerf. Oh, that's an old message. I gotta catch up on these messages. I'm sorry, guys. I still haven't got Scarlet version Ultima. I'm sorry, Kaiju Yiger. I hope the next pack you open, you get one. You're just tuning in. I got Joe Camel here. The cartoon camel made to sell cigarettes to kids. I bought it on eBay for like $3. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, alright, I'll take it. 2019 just has so much in their kit for 5 costs. Technically 3. You don't kill Ortho. Ortho kills you. He does. I can imagine Ultima and Ortho are a deadly team. Oh, dude, Ultima is just so good with everyone. It's like Dab back then. Like, let's see. Can't type. Really scary unit to face, especially if he's level 30. Yep. Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, Geo3 is a lot better, especially in overtime. He can guarantee a win. Alright, let's take a look, guys. I'm going to turn on the special light. Wait. There we go, guys. Ring can't... Oh, gosh, I'm blinded. I'm never turning that on again. Well, I'll put it on this setting. Alright, so these guys are all good. Super Godzilla's fantastic. He's kind of like a mini Shin Ortho. Not a mini, but he's very good. It's just his range kind of keeps him back. He'd be up here if he had like a little more range. Godzilla Evolved is kind of fallen. Compared to all these guys, he's like things have been power crept so much that the power crept Lord has been like defeated. I mean, he's still really good, but there's just better options. Shin Ortho's better than him. Super Godzilla's better than him, I think. Go, Rio, Ultima. Ultima and Shin Ortho are just better versions of him, kind of. So I'm probably going to put him back a little bit. I think Armored Mothra is performing better. I think G91 can't beat him. I'm going to put Evolve back here. I just, you don't see him much. I think mostly because people are bored right now. They don't really want to use him. SMG is fantastic. He's a really good unit. As you can see in my tier list, Desghidorah is like an A. Desghidorah has been like low S for a while, and then in the recent months since really go, he's just kind of fallen. Desgador is not that good, so but he might move up. What is your level of your Final Wars energy booster card, and what percentage of speed does it have? It's 4 stars, and I think it's 12. I need one more to get it to 5 stars. I got one after like 7 months. Like I got the 2, and then 7 months later, I'm like, oh, I got one from the 10 exchange, the 10 3-star exchange. Yeah. Yeah, Ultima Plus, like any of these S tier guys, really is scary, especially Armored Mothra. I think there's just better options now than Evolved. Get ready for Grand King Ghidorah. Yeah, and Rio next in. Grand King Ghidorah will be ridiculous. He's just easy to distract. He is, and especially with these 2 units right now, Varen and Cocoon. Like, anyone with, like, lower than 80 range? Because with the short range guys, you can just plop them right in front, but then you might plop it too late because Ultima's sniping someone else. So it's easier to account for somebody with 70 or less range. And then Shin Ortho will bust this Cocoon and kill this Varen in like a second. That's what makes him so good. Godzilla Evolve takes a while to charge up. I love using Evo. I'm still saying he's really good. He's S tier. It's just he's fallen. There's better options now. Like I used 1,000 Year Dragon instead of Evolved. But Evolved was really, really good during the Rio season. It was just Shin Ortho came out, Ultima's come out, Super Godzilla came out. I'm ready to kill Rio with my Angie Anguinus 21. Watch people rage when he dies fast. Are you the one that got him to level 30? Or was that Dogtopus? I think that was the name I heard. He runs defense for my goat. Oh yeah, 4 stars. Yeah, dude. It's pretty good. Oh, right. Ebra. Ebra's amazing. Where's Super X, dude? Super X is kicking butt, dude. Super X is so good right now. Where'd I put him? Oh. Super X is going all the way. Super X is so good, guys. I'm putting Super X up here. Dude, Super X, I have a 3.5 deck, which let's see. No, I beat Astro with some other deck. Was it Kaiju Kazutai? It was somebody really good. No, Scarlet Ghidorah. I beat Scarlet Ghidorah with my quick 3.5 deck. And he's like, dude, nice. Dude, Super X plus Ebra plus Cocoon and Varen to block everybody up front is so good. Like, obviously Super X can shoot far from anywhere. Ebra needs water. But like Ebra's I think Ebra's still better. He has more defense, he has more HP. I think his attack's a little higher. And he goes underwater and waits, unlike Super X. So Ebra's a better Super X, but Super X is still really good. I suppose the takeoff tiers that need to be nerfed tier. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if some of them need to be nerfed, but if these guys were nerfed, I think a lot of people would be happy, and a lot of scumbags would be mad. So, these guys are very cancerous to the meta. If the meta was just this, it'd be better. Like, if Scar King was the best character, I could handle that. You got stun resistance, you got counters. The only direct counter to go is Rio, but, like, you can still circumvent it easily. But these two together are even better. Like, these two working as a team. Like, you put Goat in the back, and you kind of wait for your opponent to do things. Use Taba, effects, you know, stall out with Cocoon. Then, put Rio in the back for whatever they're doing, and it kills the rush, you know. Level 39, I have mine at 5. Okay. Super X hits really hard. He does. My Varen Ebra hit level 30 this season. Dude, congrats. Mine are like 26, 27. That's awesome, man. Is music loud or is it just me? Testing. Maybe I have it too loud. I'm going to turn down my headset a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Ebra and Super X are so... I don't like 3.5 decks. I like using big, beefy characters, but I still have fun with it because of those two. Also bypasses shields. Yeah, he hits 3 times, I think, per hit. I feel Toe is just trying to power creep Rio instead of nerfing him. Yeah, but good luck with that. Rio's always going to be good. If you can use sniper units, you can take advantage of it, but if you can't, you can already claim defeat. You kind of have to, because the Monsterverse units can't be changed anymore. Yeah, you really can't change Evolved, Beast Kong, you know, Beast Glove. So let me check. Aqua Mothra, with the new Biolante buff, she's probably going to move up next season. Violante as a leader's ability was already amazing, so Violante is probably going to be like one of the best soon. Especially in Operation What the Heck Asumi. So, I'm feeling S is pretty good. Let's get these rearranged. Did you see Sir Melee put Ride Ghidorah in like B tier? It's like, bro. I know he doesn't have as much time anymore, so I don't blame him. I think he has a kid, right? You can tell he's been kind of checked out of the game like this year. Like he's just kind of getting the units that are good just for videos. I can tell he's having a rough time too. But yeah, he put Ride Ghidorah in B. You know, I haven't seen Ride Ghidorah really. I really don't see him, so like maybe he is an S tier unit, but I never see him. And when I do, they're low level, and I don't have a problem with them. So I might actually put him... Ooh, big blue jay. Hang on, guys, I'm watching my bird feeder. Oh, look at that. I got a big blue jay. Heck yeah. I'm trying to get like the more rare birds. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'll set up a live stream for my bird feeder sometime. I'm going to put him a little bit further back. I'm going to put Burning a little back too. Supposedly Storm Ghidorah in Fair Battle is super good. Yeah, you can drag people into an area and then use your leader ability, which is either like 1,000 Year Dragon Stun, Rainbow Mothra's AoE. So Storm, I guess, is really good. According to Monger, Orga's one of the best characters in the game. He can actually take on Goat and Rio in a 1v1. When he dies and comes back, he's hitting for 2k. So I'm gonna put Orga in the top of A, and I've had it happen to me. I've had it where my characters, like on the ground, got completely wrecked by Orga. I think Orga is underrated, and he'll soon. I don't have the cards for him currently; they're good, but I think soon enough people are gonna put him in S tier. I think Orga's really good right now. I'm gonna move this guy back because, you know, the Super Godzilla is not as good right now. I'm gonna put I'll keep Gear on. I don't see Spammer much anymore because of Bagon, but it's still really good. Mothra Duo is still good. 1,000 Year Dragon is really bad this season. I'd probably put him like right here. Ultima just completely stripped 1,000 Year Dragon's chance of going into the S tier. What do you guys think? Let's see. Hey, you guys, late to the party. Hey, Kev, what's up? Feel free to make any suggestions on the tier list. I'm trying to make this like a really good group tier list that people can look at and be like, okay. Because, you know, Melee, he did make a new one. And he, your microphone is unmuted but no signal. Streamlabs, I don't think that's true. I think people can hear me. That or you guys are all trolling me. Let me know if you see anything. I want this to be accurate. Because, you know, for a while, Sir Melee's and other people's are like, oh, Gigan's S tier, Gigan's S plus tier. No, Gigan's kind of dog shit right now. Dare I say, I might even put Gigan like... I put Gigan there. We're gonna spend a nice long while. I'm gonna work on this tier list because it's really, you got to put a lot of thought in the A tier because there's a lot of underrated units. Yeah, not a lot of people have Ride Ghidorah at a high level. Yep. Yeah. Oh my god, I gave my phone a death stare when Melee put Ride Ghidorah in B tier and alt Burning behind Thermo. Dude, he put Anguirus in D. I'm like, bro, Anguirus is at least like mid-A. I was talking to Ghidorah or Robber about it, because his favorite unit's the Anguirus. I'm like, dude, Sir Melee is just like... I don't blame him, he's a busy guy. He's busy. A tier is fair for Ride King Ghidorah, but people just don't know how to use him correctly, because when Goat is nearing you, Ride Ghidorah can be summoned with ease. 99 Orga has a definition of a really powerful Orga. Yeah, his is like 40 or something, or close. Ride is coming to daily sales, so people... Dude, I am excited for the daily store. Orga and the first Mechagodzilla are good distribution units. First Mechagodzilla. Oh, the transforming one? He just takes forever to attack. He's decent. I have mine at like level 20. I think he's better as a leader. You can drop the egg from takeoff. Yeah. I think the egg's pretty good. Shin Ortho shreds it in a second. Ultima too. But like if you got evolved or somebody with like shorter range, like 70, I'd say 65, 70 or less, you can plop it right in front of them. This guy can hit one guy and hit the other still, or have his big AoE attack to hit everyone. Bagon can use the Cocoon. This is if you're stupid with Cocoon. Well, I don't want to say stupid, but if you place Cocoon to block Bagon, Bagon's going to hit your entire push safely behind the Cocoon. He doesn't do a ton of damage, so he's safely behind the cocoon. So if someone summons cocoon against you, put down your Bagon and start shooting that cocoon. And then Scar King is pretty funny with cocoon. Cocoon kind of brings Scar King down, so does Mothra. So I still think Varen is better because of the debuff and he actually does damage. The Butterfly herself is like C tier, no, probably B tier. B tier. Can distract Rio and Goat, but distracting Goat's going to be there until you kill it. Rio, it does stall his timer a little bit. A little bit, keyword. Probably like 4 seconds. 5 seconds. It could be in takeoff. I don't feel like it is. There's ways to deal with it. It doesn't attack you. It's just a distraction. It's like a better Shinden, which Shinden is down in mid-A. Yeah, we can totally hear your Streamlabs is totally telling the truth. With stun resistance being everywhere, thanks to Mod 2019, the stun units are taking a hit from that. So we'll work on that. We'll go through all the stun units. Gigan's definitely fallen because of that. Interesting you raised that point, SKG animation. So this is the Season 50 tier list. This isn't a tier list just to be permanent. We gotta do it by season. But it can still be useful. Because of Mothra, which she's kind of commonly used, and then you have Rainbow Mothra's invincibility. So you got one or the other nowadays. Gigan might be B tier. No, because if I put Burning Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla, I'm going to put Gigan 04 down to the bottom A. I mean, if everyone's the same level, he sucks. If you have yours at a high level, he can do some work still. He can still, like, because back in the day, he'd grab someone, go, wah, 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 and then he'd move on and be like, you looking at me? Wah, wah, wah. You know, nowadays he's like, hi, how are you? And he hits you opponent a couple times and then he dies. You know, he's not what he used to be. Another case in point for Orga. When someone uses Void, Orga dies. He comes back with 75% of his health, and he's doing a buttload of damage. He does so much damage. So, I don't know if I want to put him in S, because he can't hit Aerial. Which, yes, excuse me, he could still distract, but and his range is low. I'm going to put him on top of A. Like, he could go in the S. I think we should all keep an eye out for Orga, because he's pretty good now, guys. Alright. 2 things I'm not excited for is Void and Goat in the daily still. That's going to go so wrong. I'm out. I'm not going to play much next season, unless they announce Zilla tomorrow. Bagon basically has double the range on any units if someone places Cocoon in the open. Yep, for some reason I never see Godzilla 54 Tokyo, and he has helped so much against Taba and Void. He's pretty good, but his 55 range is like... I put him in my team, and then he sucks for a minute, and I'm like, alright, I gotta take him out. Then I have Void and Taba. I put him back in, but mine's level 17. It's just his range. His range is really bad. His attack speed's really slow. So, like, I'll move him up. Let's say, like, I'd probably put him... I like GMK more than him, actually. I don't think he's better than a 1,000-Year Dragon. With the card... If you consider cards, Godzillas are easy to buff with Valentine's. I don't think he's better than... He's better than Desgador. Desgador just, like, plateaued. As soon as Rio came out and the Scar King buff, he went from top of here, S, and then there's just so much more now. There's another 85 range leader that can hit him. Yeah, he's just fallen to A. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get a buff and by the end of the year, he could be in B. Moth has a really good meat shield, but the Moth itself is really fragile and she dies really fast. Yeah. Gigan 04 just cannot be seen nowadays. Unless you have like a Gamera deck where you buff 4 costs and below, you could see some use, but that's like Dorats. You really got to buff them to get some use. Decaf, welcome. Orga is so sick. Dude, Orga's gotten like how many buffs? 4 at this point? Gigan 04 needs a buff, he does. Be right back. Alright, my man. So, Gigan Rex is still really good. You can get some really cheesy kills, but with Bagon, Taba, Gamera, Ultima, if they can one-hit the Gigan Miles, which Leanne has a level 20 Gigan Rex, if you can hit those Gigan Miles and kill them in one hit, you're kind of like crap. But if they can survive 2-3 hits, then they're really good. But nowadays, power creep, it's kind of hard. So I'm going to put him down here. He's still really good. Storm Ghidorah supposedly is really underrated according to Mongler, the fair tier list tester guy. I've been playing with him lately, and I got pretty humbled. He's really good. He made the most cancerous deck possible, which was Go, Rio, Ultima, Void, Scar King, Varen, Cocoon, and Taba. That was the most cancerous deck. So these... We could move these guys back and put these guys up here, but... I don't know. I feel like Bagon's so useful for swarms. He's the entire... He's like a wall that's keeping Gamera from just demolishing the meta again. Bagon's really good. G54 Tokyo needs a range buff. Definitely. Because some units are hitting before he reaches them. And if he's in water... I forgot if water affects him. No, water I think does. Just for this season, I'm probably going to drag him up to... Because of Void and Taba, he's still really good. Well, wait a minute. No, I'm going to put him here still. I just looked at all the units and was like, Mulgara's still good. This guy's still pretty funny. Thermo can be good. Legion's good. Earth's weak to Void and Rio. He can survive Ultima. Kind of in a 1v1. Yeah, especially when his HP gets low. He can take out Ultima in a second. Rainbow Mothra is really good right now. I'm probably going to put her, like, right here. That invincibility is still useful. Especially against Ultima. You can block a hit from him. Or Bagon. Well, you know what? No, Rainbow Mothra is still good, guys. That invincibility is great. It's another form of stun resistance. That sounds like an average rank 66 deck. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Bagon's our savior against Spamro, who don't know how to spawn units correctly. My Miles has 2100 HP, Gaigan has 4800. Okay, yeah, because some of these guys now, with the defense buff, bam, 2100 damage if he's like level 20 something plus. So, no, I'm gonna put Storm Ghidorah a little lower, because even though Mongler says, or Suzzil, whatever his name is, she's really good, especially Ultima Lead. You can drag them all in one spot, use the special, use Taba. Problem is like, you gotta make sure he doesn't get killed. And he's 6 energy, so if you're just using him as a glorified Dimension Tide, then just run Dimension Tide, you know? So I'm probably gonna put him back a little bit. I might actually put him like back here, because I would use him over Des Ghidorah. Even though my cards, I only have one buffing 6 costs. Yeah, I think this is looking better now. They can survive most MZ Special or Shin and Heat Ray. Yeah, they can survive that, which is good. It's just like these other top tier units kill them pretty fast. It's still a great... You know, now that I think about it, so Gigan Rex, Chibi Duo, Mothra Duo, Mothra 2019, Varen, Cocoon, Mecha King Ghidorah even. Stun resistance, swarms. They make Scar King kind of eh. I still think though, when there's a situation where there isn't stun resistance or Cocoon, Scar King is just one of the best. I don't want to put him down a bit, but I still think Scar King's really good. It's just he's a lot easier to counter now. Alright, Ginza can be really good. Ginza can be protected by Goat and Rio so easily. He's like a mini Goat Rio. He's a balanced Goat Rio. But I'm going to put him a little farther back. I'm going to probably put him back here. Ginza, you can really set up with him. Megalon's still good. Kiryu can... If you have the right cards, Kiryu can kill anything. I'd probably put him... After seeing... Oh, what was this Japanese player? He had a level 38 one. It creamed my G91, but barely taking any damage. I exploded on it with -1. It killed -1. This thing was indestructible. So Kiryu Kai with the right investment can be just amazing. I'll put him like up here. This is my bias. I got my ass kicked by Kiryu Kai. Or Kiryu Heavy Arms. His arms are very heavy. What do you guys think of Kiryu Heavy Arms? Have you ever fought any crazy ones? I think it's annoying to have units that you can't evolve, like Evangelions, Angels, and etc. Yeah, evolving's a lot harder now. I have 2 AoE units on my team, and that's what's keeping me sane in the current state of the game. Yeah, my -1 has just been my saving grace. Do you think there would be a chance to add GMK Mothra? There's always a chance. Any monster you want added to this game, there's a chance. I recently watched Shin Kamen Rider. I didn't realize they were normal people sized. I was expecting them to grow big like the Power Rangers, like Megazord at one point. I didn't know Kumo and Kamen were just regular people made into kaiju size. So that makes room for Pokemon. You could have Charizard, Gyarados kaiju size. You can have, I don't know, let me look around my desk real quick. Joe Camel. You could have Joe Camel kaiju sized. You could have Odo Island Godzilla. Zilla. Zilla wasn't too big. Let me keep looking, guys. Rathalos. You could have Lagiacrus from Monster Hunter. You know, that just opens the doors for so many monsters. So that, when I realized about Kumo and Kamen Rider, that they were really resized. Like, they were like, what, 50 times bigger or something? So I thought that was pretty interesting, that the door is open for anything you can imagine, there's a chance. The thing is, even with Stun Resistance, Scar is still buffing nearby units and pulling one unit into his team where that unit will get shredded. That is true. That's why Scar King's, like, he's a multi-use unit. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Burning. His attack buff's really good, and he hits low-cost units for bonus damage. I don't know why the even Galleon units are weak, except even units are weak, except Gamera. Oh, collab units. Yeah, it is weird. I mean, they're just been power creeped. I recently got to play an account, and I did a full Eva deck. He had like a level 15 Eva or Shinji. Level 15 of this guy, level 12, 15, level 9. And then he had a level 35 Fifth Angel, so I did get to use him for several matches. I played until I won, which eventually I did. They're all horrible. They're all really bad. So if I had to rank these guys, actually, so I did play him a little bit. This guy's probably the best out of all of them. I'd probably put him here. Zeton is pure garbage. Zeton was hilariously bad. I placed him in the back, just waiting for him to come. He's really bad. Oh my god, Melee put Monster X like an A or B tier. He's like, he's way better than Kaiser. I'm like, dude, look at his stats. His stats are horrible. He's one of the worst. Anyways, let's put this guy. Put this guy here. This guy's Kamikaze can be useful, so I'll put him like right here with Ultraman. Pinky was kind of cool. I'm gonna put him or her a little bit ahead. That's if I had to place the Eva units. The Bomber unit is actually spot on. I like him right here. Maybe I'll put him behind Batra. Because he was actually kind of fun to use. Naranga's bad. So I got to use the Eva units. This is how I'd rate them. They're all pretty bad. Mephilas is probably the biggest offender. He's probably just horrible. He's horrible. Mephilas is awful. Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. If that thing was kaiju size, it would just run around and murder everything. And then, like, there's another unit, and it's the Kirby's. Eric! Eric! Can you keep them down? There's dinosaurs here. Eric! It's like, stop yelling. There's meeting dinosaurs here. Eric! Hey, should we yell in these woods right now? I mean, Jurassic Park 3, the characters were so frickin' stupid. I watched it with Leanne. It's like the Phantom Menace. Well, I shouldn't say that. People like the Phantom Menace now. But it was like the Phantom Menace of Jurassic Park. Like, when it came out, people were like, okay, the lightsaber scenes for the Spinosaurus was cool. And this is when I was like almost 10, so I had a weird viewpoint of this. The Pterodactyl cage was cool. There's cool scenes, but the characters were horrible. I'd rather have the Buck from the Lost World that wrecked havoc in San Diego. That part was cool. Lost World had bad characters too, but Lost World, I like Lost World a lot more. But anyways, I'm going off topic, guys. I'm sorry. Let me read some movies. I have a what crazy hat because I really invested in him. Okay, so I'm gonna keep him up here in Upper A. I think he has potential to go into S. We just gotta let the meta evolve with these, not lower tier characters, these high tier. Like, this is top tier. Like, I'd say top 11, top 10 are all, these guys are all top tier, I'd say. Then the rest of these guys are high tier. And then, like, kind of high, like mid-tier, low tier, probably this. And then garbage. This is all garbage right here. If I had to try to explain it. Some is still good, especially if people don't have Rainbow Mothra on the team. Melee has used Kaiser like once or twice. Oh my god. Zeton in the movie is so big and strong, but GBL is so weak. The more I watch Jurassic Park 3, it is actually a good film with the dinosaurs. Hey, Victorio Godzilla, how's it going? Dude, the Kirby's drive me nuts in that movie. They're so stupid. They kidnapped Sam Neill. Sam Neill is the best part. He's like, we shouldn't go to the island. They go to the island. But the Spinosaurus was awesome. My sister had this nice figure that was kind of realistic, but it was like rubbery, so it was like you could bend it. It was a really cool Spinosaurus figure. I had like this racetrack Lost World thing, where like you had a little like a controller, and you could have them spin around the track, and the T-Rex would come down and grab your toy occasionally, or grab your Hot Wheel or whatever it was. I forgot what the car was called, but it had like these little black spikes in the bottom. You put them on the track, and it uses like electromagnetism or something to move them around. It was really cool. The Lost World had peak toys. I think Melee also put Shobijin in A tier. Oh, we gotta move Shobijin. Yeah, he is a solid A tier unit. There are some things keeping Hat from reaching the S tier. SKG, what do you think what are those things? Is it his range? Is it the fact he loses the ability to do the multi-shoot? Because that's my guess. I don't know the character well enough. Mine's like 15. Which 15 is perfect. You can use anything level 15 if you have the good cards. Alright, so Shobijin. So the reason I'm doing this, guys, is when I made the tier list, I wasn't playing much. I was just going off like what I've heard, which is why Ultimo is like here. And now that I've played a little bit more, I realized that, yeah. I mean, me and Burning both were doing that tier list, and we did it too early, I feel like. So you gotta do a tier list at least in the middle of the month. So, Shobijin. If watch my Rick the Squirrel video with the 1,000-Year Dragon battle, you'll see I ended up beating him because he kept spamming Shobijin. I think Shobijin costed him the battle. So that's my 1,000-Year Dragon leader video. If you want to see how good Shobijin is, Rick the Squirrel is one of the best players in the game. He won Sir Melee's tournament at G-Fest, and I think it cost him the game. But I think they are better. And if I had to place them, they're probably... I'm going to put them here. Maybe above Anguirus. I think they're good. They can do facilities and leaders. You got to use them wisely, though. They're like an instant Psychic Chorus. Psychic Chorus is better because over time it'll save you. But if you're about to die and you need that quick extra armor right there and now to survive that King Caesar hit, that is the only usage case where Shobijin's better than Psychic Chorus. Of course, we all have like level 30, 25 to 40 something Psychic Choruses. If this thing's level 25 to 40, maybe it's a lot better. But we'll have to see as people add levels to it. Bum, bum, bum. I'd say multi-shoot is what keeps him from S tier. Oh, the multi-shoot isn't good? It's not his range. His AoE is really big with his multi-hit. I just wish he would keep his ability to continue to hit air when he goes in. That's what I was saying, yeah. His drill mode, I'll have to check the stats. I think he does a lot of damage with it, but he leaves himself right open. I almost thought you were going to place them lower after saying they're better. They're D tier. No, just kidding. I want to kind of... The B tier is kind of too small. Mothra Leo sucks. I saw some recently, though, which is weird. So we're going to... Once again, these guys... A lot of these guys were A tier, low A tier. We're going to move stuff into the B tier. So if you didn't know, Takeoff is like... If these guys got nerfed, the metagame would be healthier. Do they need a nerf? That's debatable. I think some people do. Like Jason was debating that Goat is like 6th place. Everyone's got crazy opinions, you know. But I think if Goat probably needs a nerf. Rio would. If this was Kumo Augment era, they would have nerfed Rio 2-3 times by now. These three definitely need a nerf. This guy debatably. This guy at this point, debatably, but I think these three, if they got a nerf, most people would be happy, and it'd probably bring players back to the game. S tier, solid units. They aren't really OP. They're kind of like chibi OP back then, where like there's ways to work around them, but they're extremely strong. And then A tier, you got to set them up right to get them to the S tier. They're not as... There's fewer situations where they're good than S tier. And then B tier is kind of like niche. They're not reliable. They need to be carried by other people. C are just outclassed. C is just really bad. They'll lower your win rate by a lot. And then D is just horrible. So that's how I'm going to do it. What up, Cat Cat? GG, Burning Godzilla Gaming. Yeah, he gets a damage boost in drill mode, but smaller AoE and doesn't target area. Yeah. Yours is 40? Wow. Dude, nice. Alright, let's see. I wanted to know why certain collabs don't allow you to get some units like Evangelion, Angels and Evas, blah blah blah, Shin Master. FOMO, fear of missing out. They want you to buy those units when they come back. Dark Crow, leave my turtle alone. No, Dark Crow, I will not leave your units alone. Sorry, guys. Dark Crow's out there again, saying things, and I just, gotta stop interrupting my streams, Dark Crow. Welcome back. Goat, Rio, Ultimate, Void are the main reason this game is in shambles right now. Dude, 2025 is just like, you could not do this in any other year. They would have nerfed him right away. Dude, I posted on Reddit recently, and somebody's like, I've seen one Rio this season. I look at Leanne, I'm like, how often do you see Rio? And she's like, is it every couple battles? She's like, I think it's every couple battles, probably. And I'm like, yeah, same here. Probably every 2-3 battles I see him. If not, it's just some guy that's using Rodan and all the gold pieces because he's doing achievements. Let's see. Gamer has counters, but Rio, Void, Goat, and Ultima ruins the game. Yeah, Gamer has counters now. They literally have been investing everything in countering them. Wonder what the neighbors are thinking after you did that. Well, I have a golf course in my backyard too, so it's probably the golfers are weirded out. Hat needs to keep his ability to hit air so he doesn't get annihilated by air units. I think that's what would put him in the S for sure. I wonder what the meta would look like if they never nerfed any units. If they never nerfed Chibis and things kept going the way they are, I think Chibis would probably be here, probably like around here. Chibis would be. Chibis might still be in the takeoff tier for all we know. Because, what is it? Mechagodzilla had a 2.6 second attack speed. So anything, and most things have 2.8 or slower. Everything was stun locked. Evolved would be B tier. Probably low A. Dude, Chibis. And then Dab would probably be, I don't know, probably like lower S, upper A, I think. Kumo would probably be in the top tiers for a long time. Kumo's worse than Chibis, I think. Pre-nerf Kumo would probably be around where Chibis are, right? Yeah, could still be S tier. Scar always counters Godzilla Rio. The only exception is if Rio is behind the leader. Or behind a swarm or other units, yeah. Yeah, Scar King does pretty well against Rio. It's just the bigger maps, you can't really grab them. Alright, so we're going to move some guys down to the B tier. Let's start from the bottom. So, Burning Godzilla. I'm sorry, Burning Godzilla Gaming. Burning Godzilla's going down. Violante probably go down too. I think he's... I mean, with the new cards, you can really make them. Bombs are good. I'm going to move Space Godzilla up, actually. Space Godzilla's, with those crystals, is actually pretty good. I've been thinking about it recently, and I've been watching YouTube videos of other GBL people talking about Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla's crystals are useful for Go, Real, Ultima. It buffs everyone. He's mainly support. It's just if he was 5 cost, he'd be more manageable. Gigan 04, I'm going to put him... I'm probably going to move Kaiser down a little bit. Well, Kaiser can be good. You just got to evolve him, though. That's the main problem. And King Ghidorah is better than Monster X. Godzilla 2000, you'd think you see more of him with swarms. He's good, but he's outclassed by a lot of like different monsters. But he's good. He's a 5-cost Godzilla. Godzilla's get that Valentine's card buff. Mechagodzilla could be like top of B. I'll put Kids down here. Kids are situational, so is energy based. All right, what are you guys saying? Ultima should be higher than Rio. What's up, Rick the Swirl? So this is the guy I was talking about. We were talking about Shobijin just earlier, and I was like, I'm like, the only reason I had a chance to beat Rick the Squirrel is because he kept using Shobijin at the beginning of the season. And I think that held the... He would have whooped my butt if it wasn't for him putting down Shobijin over and over again. Des not being an S is a crime. Dude, Desghidorah sucks. I don't mean to offend you, but Melee had Desghidorah up here. Desghidorah fell from top tier to S when Rio came out, and Scar King got a buff. Scar King completely negates him. And then Shin got a buff. 85 range leader. So Desghidorah could snipe leaders back then. Well, now we have the 2 most common leaders, which I think is Shin and a Rainbow Mothra. Both of them eat Desghidorah for breakfast. Desghidorah's health is horrible. Gamera is just a way better version. If you want to run the modern day Desghidorah, run Gamera. Gamera has better stats, similar range. So, who else is also? Goat, Rio, Ultima. Ultima is 1,000 times better than Desghidorah. He does everything Desghidorah does with 85 range, but better. Well, he doesn't have Pierce. But who cares? If you're going to kill all the guys so fast, it's like you're piercing. So, Desghidorah, I could see cases for him being like up here. But, oh, I forgot the thing that was the nail in the coffin. Super Mechagodzilla. Super Mechagodzilla is just strictly better. Besides, it depends what you think. Super Mechagodzilla, either his long spawn can be good or bad. It depends how you view it. I think it's good for Goat and Rio. Same with Ebra's kind of spawn in the water and -1s. I actually might move SMG up a little bit. He's really good. Like I see him all the time. Not all the time, but he's not top tier. Like he isn't top 10. He isn't these guys right here. But he's still super good. And Armored Mothra's around all the time. I might put him ahead of -1 because Rainbow Mothra's ability now, hitting half the map, hitting in the middle where -1 spawns all the time, really hurt -1's usage. Okay, let's see, who else? What was I doing again? What was I doing? All right, let me see what you guys were saying. Dab, even if he was unnerved, he would have been power crept thanks to Ultima, Rio, and Goat. Yeah, Rio, Goat, and Ultima power crept everyone. They're strictly, these top 10 guys, and maybe Super Godzilla for Earth and Mecha Godzilla's case, they're better. They're strictly better and the best at their game. Using anyone out of the top 11, if you like run a deck that's Super Godzilla and below, you will lose a ton. If you're not using any of these guys in your deck, you're gonna lose. If someone's running all level 5s of these guys, and you're running like level 30s or 20s of these guys, it's still gonna be a tough battle. Alright, what else are you guys saying? Give me the information. We're gonna make this tier list awesome. Kumo, mass cheap. Large range but cheap damage but annoying. So Kumo augment, if no one was ever nerfed, Chibi's Kumo augment would probably be S. It's fair. The sniper man is just causing him to die without fighting back. Yep, Desghidorah. Gauss 1967 shouldn't be D tier. He has no point. He has no point in life. That's what Melee said, but he did get a big buff. I mean, once a character gets a bad rap, people stop playing them. So like Orga got a bad rap for a while. Even when the character's buffed, they still get a bad rap. Like nobody knew Super X was good for half the month. I did. I knew it the day or two after. I was like, what? He's insane. My first tier list, I think I did make a correction in that last tier list video about Super X. Space is bad against Bagon. Yeah, so when I was talking about Space Godzilla, sorry I'm so late. It might be really delayed.
I just got Darkseid.
So Space Godzilla without Bagon, yeah, but without Bagon, he's pretty good. So B tier. Old Man should be S. It counters every effect almost. Yeah, I agree with you, but his range is horrible. His range is awful. His attack speed's 3 seconds. He can't, at higher levels like Storm Ghidorah, I'm going to put 1,000 Year Dragon lower because Ultima just shreds him. Like, I stopped using 1,000 Year Dragon. What the heck is that noise? Sorry, guys. It randomly started playing my Maple Story stream. I apologize for that. That was really weird. It started playing... How long was that playing? Let's see. Desghidorah is horrible compared to literally any 7 cost. That is correct, besides Wakasa Bay, but you're mostly right, Cat. As a Kong 21 lover, he's too high. Should be low B tier. Gigan 04 is A tier. Yeah, but with the stun... we were talking about earlier, stun and invincibility is everywhere, so stun units are all going to go down. Chibis, I'm going to keep the same because it's Compel. Stun units just suck right now, besides Scar King. Okay, so Kong, you think is too high? I could put Kong in B. Actually, Kong's like the next guy in B. You think Kong is low B? I don't know. When you see a beefy Kong, like a level 30 plus Kong, walking down towards you, and you're like, alright, I'm going to throw G91 at him or Godzilla Evolved. He punches them in the face and they're knocked out. He just can't hit aerial. But his stride, and he probably, if I had to do a butt tier list in this game, Kong has the nicest butt. Maybe that's TMI. We might have to do a Godzilla Battle Line butt tier list soon, after what Spencerilla did. My Shobi Gym was only level 8 when we were fighting, lol. Was testing it out ultimately, got boom ganged by Funko Pop Ghidorah. Funko Pop Ghidorah. You are 100% right. Well, mine was a regular King Ghidorah. But, oh, you're talking about those squishy legs. Yeah, King Ghidorah looks stupid. Good for selling bad against winning a push. Ultima's literally cracked at level 16. Does over 1,000 damage for a 6 cost. Are you accounting for the defense now? Legion should be higher. I could see that. We'll talk about Legion once I finish counts. A leader tier list in your style would be cool. I could do one. Maybe like tomorrow. I don't know. Melee is terrible at making tier lists. Let's be real. I'm glad as a community we can unite and say Sir Melee's tier list are like 80% bad, but 20% good. No offense, Melee. I know you're busy. I know you're very busy. Considering the broken shin in Monster Zero, of course. Yeah, Gigan Rex should be top 15 at least. He gets shredded really hard by Bagon. His Gigan Miles get mostly one hit by Ultima. And that's what's defending him. Gigan Rex is still really good. Aqua Mothra in the tournament, where the best player basically in the world was decided in the summit. Aqua Mothra was the most common used. Void and Aqua Mothra were the most common. And with the Biolante buff, I think Aqua is going to be securely in S tier. Aqua is going to cause you guys a ton of problems next season, in the seasons after. I guarantee it. Aqua is amazing. Let's see. Hello, Salty Boy Ginger. What up, giant rookie? Dude, I do get salty. Like, I'm playing and I'm like, I'm pissed. And then if I lose really badly, then I post on Discord and be like, look at this guy who beat me. I think Kiryu Kai should be B tier, not gonna lie. Dude, I got my ass handed to me by a Japanese player. Level 38 Kiryu Kai, maximum power. It killed my 7,000 HP G91. I exploded on it with -1. It still had a third of its health left. And then he summoned Mecha Godzilla. He must have like a Mecha card or something. And that thing was tanky as hell. It was ridiculous. I couldn't kill it. So I am biased. I got my butt kicked by it, so that's why it's up here. I think that guy was using a deck that nobody's talking about. And it was like a mechanical deck that kicked ass. I really respect him for that. I think he was using Mulgara too, though. He had this guy, Mulgara, and then Mecha Godzilla, and they were just unkillable. Even with G91, it was weird. That's up for another time. Are you talking about the butt list? The butt tier list? Yeah, that's another time. I have a level 30 Kong, but Dorats wreck him. Yeah, if you fight a Gamera deck, you're done. Anything that's like, can't hit air, besides maybe Orga, because he's so beefy and he does like 2,000 health. Orga's so good now, guys. I think I would put him in the S tier, but I might just be overconfident. I was testing him with Mongler, Suszilla, and the thing can like beat Goat, it can beat Void, because it revives with most of its health, and it's doing 2,000 damage per hit. It's ridiculous. Leader tier list would be great, because Melee's last tier list was over a year ago. I think I have a leader tier list from 2 months ago. That's pretty good. Armored Mothra does shred. Shinden... No, Shinden's not that good anymore. Shinden's good, but Super Mechagodzilla, Crystals, -1. Depends how strong your -1 is. G91 can do well. This Mothra does well, so you want this Mothra to die. So you slow the Armored Mothra. Buys you time. Mothra 19 dies, you get 2 energy back, and then you can just shred that Armored Mothra by building a push around your leader. Cocoon, Varan, Rex, Armored Mothra. These two do alright. Ultima does pretty good. Void doesn't do well because Armored Mothra is so fast. So there is counterplay, that's why he's not really high up. But Armored Mothra is really good, you are right about that. Yeah, Orga could Air be stronger. Could be me, but I feel like Giron should be moved down without the support of Gamera 67. He's just getting sniped and shredded without fighting back. Also, new Mega Gears and Gemstone Megalon is coming. Dude, I'm close to saying I won't retire, but I've been saying for a while I'm going to retire. Yeah, he had like 3 cards boosting the mechanism. Oh, you saw, yeah. Giron going against Rainbow Mothra leads is free eats, though. Yeah, Giron is very good, guys. Giron's fantastic. I think people just got bored of playing Gamera. I mean, you're just throwing units out. Goat and Rio. See, most kids that are playing this, or most teenagers, young adults, they love Monsterverse. they love Godzilla being tough, you know? So they're going to use these 7 cost, 6 cost. I like the Ghidorahs, but the Ghidorahs all kind of suck right now. They're kind of back to where they were when Rio first came out. But they want to use these units. Not many kids are going to think Turtle and Knife Head Frog are going to be cool. So I think it's part of the reason why their popularity isn't like up there, but they're still really good. I call Aqua a minigun. Dude, Aqua's ridiculous. My friend still supports Manila. Dude, Manila is, that's my mistake, guys. I'm sorry. Manila is 100, I don't know if you guys heard, got a 140 range buff and his stun lasts for 10 seconds. Manila's in the takeoff tier. I just found out Gemstone Godzilla might be coming. Oh. Dude, that's Godzilla Jr. from Godzilla vs. Destroya. I might have to come back. Oh. It was a level 35 Kiryu Kai on Ace level 40. Orga not at the top. Ass list. Yo, Pans, what's up, man? Dude, I have him top A because I was testing him out and he seems really good. But there's like, you know, you got Storm Ghidorah that holds him. You got any aerial unit that decimates him. Mothra 2019 can slow him. Scar King roping him in is bad news for Scar King. Void, yeah. I think there needs to be more testing. What do you guys think of Orga? Because I think Orga could be S tier. He does win 1v1s when he gets close. He's very good when he gets close. He does well against Rio, kind of like Destroya does. Destroya is like a worse Orga now. Where when Destroya dies from Void or Rio, let's say, or any single target, he becomes a Destroya Larvae, which is really good, especially in low-cost decks. I might put Destroya up a little bit. I might put Destroya like right here. I think Destroya is still really good. I mean, I can see arguments of him being up here, but the top of A tier is just really crowded. Alright, I gotta catch up on this chat. Time to grind. That's my luck. But why is Scar King not take up him? I think he should be there. We were talking about earlier. Mothra 2019 and Rainbow Moth the leader makes... They're so common, and they're really good. Makes stun not as good. That's why Gigan 04 is in A and B, because he relies on the stun, otherwise he's horrible. So, I can see Scar King being right here. Let's put Manila back down. Manila, you're going to have the honor of being up here now. I don't know where to place you. Hopefully it's like Ginzer 2023 has a brother 10 times better than him. Really sad to think. Yeah, Ginza's like a mini Rio, balanced Rio. They usually come in 3 now, so expect 1 more. Gira, my beloved, got him to level 30. Yes, I am familiar with your Gira. I think I took some, I saved some of the screenshots you posted of Gamera and Gira and put them in a video of how busted their stats are. Now we got the 7 cost being busted again. I mean, whenever I see a Gira, I never have issues with them anymore, even leveled ones. I think it's because we made our decks to counter Gamera so much that now we're having problems with the sniper meta again. Because I just got done spending 4 or 5 months getting G91 to level 20. And now the Gamera meta's not even really around anymore. So it's still good, but it's not around. So now we gotta spend the next months building for the sniper meta, and then they're gonna get nerfed or something's gonna change, and then we're gonna be behind again. That or these guys are gonna last all year like Chibis, which I think is the case. Do you think that 2 3-star units at level 40 to 50 can compete with 4 stars? No. Unless they're Ebra, Farron. No. Destroy with Ultima card is goated. The Larvae get 800 HP from it. Yeah, I got the 400 HP one, the 3-star version, and I agree. Shin Godzilla and Destroyer are A tier, but they go up a little higher when you have the right cards, which is the case for most of these guys. Orga has high potential for being super powerful, still easily countered because of this meta either being distracted, slow down, or just dies without doing nothing or anything. That's my thought too. He's walking across the water on certain maps, and let's say he dies, yes. Then he revives, and he's like, "Whoa," and then he gets shot again, and he's dead. But if it's like if it's an overtime, like we can make an overtime tier list someday. I don't have the energy for that this month, or probably next month. Orga in overtime, and these guys in overtime are just way better. BG, have you ever had to battle someone called Timo? Yeah. Titanosaurus announcement is tomorrow, trust me guys. Are you the Titanosaurus guy? You are a legend. Your commitment is respectable. I hope Titanosaurus comes soon for you. I'm still buying Godzilla passes though, just in case. Yep. Is that one of the Pokemon themes? Yeah. That's Pokemon Red and Blue Jazz Session. So I need to... It went on to my Zackham Maple Story stream right after this, which was weird. So we got about... Oops. What happened? Oh, Kiora has a thing. So we got about 14 minutes left of that. Okay. Phantom Kyrie, what's up? We need something to bring back the brawler meta. Dude, it seems like from my studies in this game, medium range was like 55, 65. Then over the years it became like... Well, no, medium range was like 50. Then it got power crept to 60, then 70, 75. And yeah, if you don't have more than like 70, you're like short range nowadays. And now that we have 140, 120 range like everywhere, anything below like that is suffering, you know? Range has been power crept so much that if they don't nerf it, we can't go back. Like 85 range is like considered, oh, that's good. 75, that's all right. 70, holds him back. It wasn't like that back then. Zeton needs a buff. Most of the guys in the B to D tier list or D tier needs a buff. You could argue like the A's here, but you know, mainly these guys should get prioritized for a buff. Hopefully Titanosaurus comes. The world needs him. In overtime, Bagon's on top of the list easily. Dude, Bagon, yes. Yes, that too. First really allows my brain to explode on more units. What is OT? Overtime. Please make Titanosaurus a 3-star, not 4-star. Dude, no more 4-stars. I want to go in the shop, and when they do the 600 gem pack where you get 40 Varans or Ebra, I want that. I want that for Zilla. I really think the new Burning Godzilla is so mid. He's basically G91, but he removes invincibility with his explosions, which can happen before his attack hits. So they're basically very similar characters. I mean, we'd have to compare the stats, but this guy's 6 cost, right? What is overtime? Pants, get out of here. Get out of here, Pants. What was done to my poor boy MZA? He got a buff. He's really good. I think he can... according to the fair tier list guy, he's saying Orga and Monster Zero Storm are like some of the best units in the game under like these guys. Which mine's a little 15. I'm willing to test it, but I mean, a lot of these guys in the top A tier, all these guys are like underrated. I'd say this guy and up are underrated. These are high A's that you could see debates for S tier. So. Overtime my domain. That's the moment I can use absolute zero cannon. Heck yeah, man. We need more Kongs. Dude, we're on a short supply of Kongs. We really are. When the world needed him most, Kong vanished. Can't even get Beast Glove anymore. You can only get one Kong, right? That's stupid. Yeah, BG8 ties with G91. That's what I'm saying. I think G91's a little better. But I think this guy is really good too. It's just people summon him with 1 bar. You gotta put him at half bar or full bar. Billy Bob Joe, is that the fair tier list guy? I think it's like Suszilla or something. Taba and Void have no differences to me. Void can completely wipe out the whole map. Taba stuns and does like 2 to 3k damage, depending what level you got him at. But yeah, you can use them similarly. Maybe with -1 nukes when the lead steps on the water, lol. -1's really good. Really good. Rainbow Mothra definitely hit him a bit though. I really hope that Anguinus SP buff counters the Sniper's Heart. I'm hoping so too. Rainbow and Orga can counter Gamera and Kiryu leaders. Yeah. Yep, I think so too. When we getting 2003 Mothra? I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna consult my Uncle Toho soon. BGA is basically G91, but the attack's slower, doesn't bypass armor, but on his final stage, his DPS and explosions make him a really hard hitter. Can't get any Kongs, dude. Can't get any of the golden banana. Let's see what results we get. We're using Leanne's account, so you won't see my nerd stuff. I want to hear the sound. This is me. This should be a rule. From now on, Kong users, when you win a game, you have to listen to this. Hang on. This is the best game. I gotta play this again. Yeah. Guys, Donkey Kong 64. You know, I gotta be careful playing the DK rap. It might be copyrighted. Johto, Jazz. Wait, are we gonna? What if we get copyrighted just by looking up the image of the 64 game? I like Gold and Silver more. I've kind of gone back and forth, but Johto has been my favorite for most of my life. All right. Also, when is Gorosaurus being added? I don't know. He needs to hop into it. This game, man. The day they add Eva fusions, I'm returning. Why are updates so random? Like Taba and Shin are from the same movie, yet Orpho, Shin, and Taba are from different seasons. Hello. You know what I don't like. What don't you like? All right, back to it. We got to put more guys in the B tier. Now, these are units that have niches where they're good, but they're pretty outclassed. Everyone's outclassed. A tier and below, they're pretty outclassed by the top tiers. But it depends how outclassed you are. I don't like Mechagodzilla because it's gambling. His transforms can either be G89. Where's G89? I'm going to put G89 down here. Because he has some uses. I'm putting him down here. Yeah, G89, running Godzilla, first form. So Mechagodzilla, if you could choose who he turns into, he'd be like mid A, upper A, because of G91. Mothra, I think, still good. Mecha King Ghidorah, I think, still good. I think Melee put this Gamera really high up. I don't agree with that. This guy's going down. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but he's kind of bad. Probably gonna put I'm gonna rearrange this real quick, guys. Feel free to point at any of these monsters and say, hey, I think he should be this because of this, you know. Grand is good. Mechagodzilla, he's pretty easy to circumvent. I'll put him down here. I don't know. I tried this Hedorah in testing with a healing and Mulgara build, and it got creamed. He got creamed, so I probably was using him wrong, but I don't think he's that good. So I might put Fire Rodan down here. He's getting a buff, so he'll probably be back where I just had him. We'll put Hedorah down here. Oh no, what do you guys think of Hedorah? I'm gonna wait. Gamera is probably top of B, and then Flying Gamera I think's worse. We'll put Flying Gamera probably down here. And Stun Resistance, everybody's stun resistant nowadays. Nintendo is interesting, the copyright. Why the actual F word do I crash my game every day at random fixture servers? Dude, the game's always crashing. Nintendo is boarding a plane now. No! No! Not Nintendo. If we can get a bug season, we can get a dinosaur season with Goro and Baragon. Heck yeah. 2002 Godzilla's getting buffed next season. I think he would be A tier soon. Yeah. I wish you got stun resistance, but slow resistance is good too. Yeah, especially with Mothra 2019 and Freezing Sunday being heavily used. Have you tried the Ultimate Spell deck? It's kind of cracked. I tried it when it came out, but I was like in rank 40. I ranked down just to test out some deck concepts, which were all low level. So, it's pretty good, especially with Void. I was doing it in a fair battle too. Stun resistance would be too OP. I think so in the long run. Yeah, it would be. Right now, no, because of Rainbow Mothra Leader and Mothra 2019 being meta. Hedorah just kind of dies. His regen is good, but the fact he needs to get so close and his general stats are low. Yeah, his range is too short. It's like 35. That's right. What am I thinking? Okay, so Hedorah's going to go down. Hey, you put stun resistance and invulnerability on him pretty easily. You really have to protect him. He's kind of like a bad Godzilla 54 Tokyo without the effect resistance. He's like a bad Super Godzilla. So I'm going to put him probably here. We're going to polish this tier list up. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to post it maybe in the community. If you guys ever want to make a deck, just look at this list. Everyone's within like probably 5 spots of where they should be. This guy is good. I will say this in every tier list video I see or make. This guy was S tier in December. He was like top 10. And then Rio came out and everybody's like, this guy's really bad. Magically, his stats are bad now. He is outclassed. But if you can speed him up or defend him properly, he can end a game like that. He's still really good. It's just Chibis get him, Stun gets him, Shinden, you know, you just got Swarms can get him. But in the right situations, he's just so good. So good. So good. What up, Ilmo? How's it going? What is this slander? What is this tower slander I'm hearing about? Godzilla Tower? Dude, Godzilla Tower is the best. I forgot about that. I need a 6-toss to replace my Gamera 1996. What do you got, man? You got a lot of good 6-toss. GMK, Tokyo, Storm. You don't even have to do a 6 cost. You can do Borga, Gigan Rex, Scar King, Ultima, Bagon, Shinortho. There's a lot. 6 cost is really common. These two. Tower is not the second worst unit in the game. Well, he's about to be the best unit in the game. Alright, for you, I'm going to put Tower. And this is from me fighting him. I've seen him kill like a couple guys. Same with the EX missions. Alright, Tower is going up to here. And guys, why does Melee keep saying Chibi Godzilla's good? I feel like he's pretty awful. Like, I put him in C just because there might be potential. But then I think he might be down here. What's with Chibi Godzilla? So I moved Tower up. I've seen him do some things. I'm gonna put this guy up a little bit. Just because he's really good at evolving and he can somewhat defend himself. Tabra is already mid because the exact same reason a stun-proof unit gets buffed. Yeah, but also Talbot does like 2,000-3,000 damage for 4. It's called Spell Mage Pans. I actually made the spell deck before Ultima got buffed. Oh, seriously, damn man, nice. Heck yeah. Honestly, 1961 is not good, but our egg form is good, yeah. Skill issue. Your face is a skill issue. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, we have Godzilla Tower? I moved him up for Gabriel. Just add Shinden and Tower Destroy Earth. Tower's getting buffed in almost all categories again. Yeah, he's getting buffed once again. Dude, Zeton sucks. Where do I have Zeton? I tried Zeton with the EVA deck for the first time, so I was able to properly rank all the EVA units. Zeton's horrible. I mean, like, yes, he can snipe. If you can really, like, prolong a game, there can be some uses, but he sucks. Godzilla Tower is a facility, so he slowly dies. You know what? No, Godzilla Tower is awful. I'm putting Godzilla Tower here. Godzilla Tower sucks. He has, like, 90 range. And he takes a while to kill people. My mother duo is... Your mother duo is all 4. Also, Chibi gets buffed by the Valentine's card. Yeah, but he's more useful for the Compel right now. The 3.3 second attack speed is really bad. Like, you'll have a Godzilla running, or King Caesar running at you. Mecha Godzilla will be like, what do I do? And he'll sometimes not even stun him before he gets hit, and he's dead. So, like, King Caesar, if he's high enough level, against my level 18 Chibis, Chibis will lose to King Caesar sometimes. Like, I'll just have Chibis in the back walking by themselves, and then King Caesar's coming. And it's not all the time, but sometimes they fail due to AI. Gigan Rex is good. Zeton's on Death has potential, but I just never used it properly. Zeton needs a massive buff. He's 8 cost. He should be like a 3 cost. Alright, let's look at more. We gotta put more guys in the B tier. So, let me add... So, Takeoff tier is self-explanatory. S tier. So, as I said before, guys, Takeoff is like, if these guys got nerfed, it would make the game better. The metagame, a lot more people would be happy. You know, obviously, people were like, oh, you can't nerf a new unit that I spent money on. You can nerf everybody else's unit they spent money on, but not my unit. Yeah, nerfs happen. It's for the health of the metagame. It's for everyone, not just you. So, like, Takeoff, if these guys got nerfed, the game would be better. It's debatably if they... There's, like, these two, I think if we went back in time with Kumo Augment, Rio would have been nerfed probably 3 times by now. This guy nerfed 3 times, this guy nerfed 3 times. This guy nerfed once or twice. Because based on what I saw of Kumo, I don't think he was as OP as these guys. Like, people were still using Kamacuras and, like, Hedora during that time. Like, Gold Hedora. This Hedora. You were still able to get away with, like, really bad characters. Which were better back then, but... You know, they weren't that good. It's just because the metagame, like, was more kind to more units in the game. Alright, so S tier. Boost, win, rate. Is the win rate. Takeoff. So this is you win. How do I, can I make enough room? No. So you win, boost win rate, needs help. B, niche, outclassed. So B is niched, outclassed. C, heavily outclassed. D for doo-doo. There we go. So we got you win, takeoff tier, boost win rate. You can't go wrong with these guys. Needs help, but good. So these guys, if you're running only A tiers, you're going to struggle. But if you have like these mixed in with these guys, you're going to do good. You know, you can't win with the A tier alone. Niche, outclass. Yeah, there we go. Feel pretty good about that. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I saw the chat going pretty heavily, guys. Thank you. People have so much skill issue with tower. Toe needs to buff it. Yo, if you're about to tell me that Monster Zero as a unit is not in the B tier and he's actually, where is he? And he's actually A or S tier with Godzilla Tower, we're gonna need to sit down and talk. I'm just kidding. No, Tower's, dude, Tower's bad. It's a better Mark Light cannon. Like, I could see Tower maybe like here maybe, like by Kamakaris. I don't know what. All right, guys, vote. Is Godzilla Tower B or C tier? Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote. Is Godzilla Tower B or C tier? And I'm gonna read your comments. Next tier list you stream, you should get a couple people into a Discord call to discuss about the tier list and meta. I did that last time. I think we did it twice with Burning. We were actually going to do that for a video, but I'm kind of like Godzilla outed. I don't like playing the game. I like discussing the game, though. Melee has a massive addiction to the Chibis and Gigan Rex. Dude, Melee had Gigan 04 until recently in S+ tier. So far, this tier looks fantastic. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Phantom Kiryu. Yep. And then I assume most of you guys are already subscribed, but if you want to see more of this stuff, just comment. Oops. What happened? Let us know. Because yeah, you know, I do enjoy this stuff. And if you guys like it, we could do streams live now. You know, next one we could do few people on Discord and do it live. Let's see. Your what duo? Your mother duo. A good tower placement is effective. A 21-second Rio with less range. That also loses. Yeah, 21 second. Replace Goat with Scar. Reorder it to spam. Oh, what's up, retired? I know who you are. Replace Goat with Scar King. Dude, Scar King is not as good as he used to be. You got Rainbow Mothras everywhere with the vulnerability, and you got Mothra 2019 with stun resistance. So nothing's getting stunned anymore, or as much. You have to be really ill-repaired. Like, even without that, you got Cocoon, Varen. You don't want to grab Orga. You don't want to grab anything stun resistant. You got Fukuroka, you got -1, you got Ebra, the snipe from a distance, you know, protect them. You got the bases, which I don't know why people put bases so low on the tier list. Bases are good for 4 cost. You're seeing them more than Chibis. You're seeing them more than Super X. The bases are really good, especially, like this one's really good just because of Gamera spam, but this one's got 5,000 HP. You can't kill it. So, yeah, you got a lot of counters to Scar King nowadays. But Scar King's really, really good at buffing attack power. And he has good stats. Melee still says Desgador is good. I think he's delusional. Desgador is not good. He's not better than a 1,000-year dragon. He's not better than this guy. 85 range just isn't amazing anymore. Especially when you have two... Like, yeah, Monster Zero Leader is still common, but I think the two most common for the foreseeable future are going to be Shin, Rainbow Mothra, and maybe Violante. Who knows? Because with Rainbow Mothra, Monster Zero, you don't have to worry. You just use your ability, Monster Zero loses. It feels like nerfs are non-existent to O's eyes. They're so afraid of nerfing stuff. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. Take off because the first thing you think when they spawn in the field... Dude, when someone summons Goat first, you're like, ah. And everyone's feeling that way. Almost everyone's feeling that way. Like, if you're just an average player, let's say you're like level 5 to like 25, 5 to 15... I even explored some of the lower tiers last month just to see how they are with some of my weaker decks. And it's Shin and Goat everywhere. Shin, Rio. Because they're obviously the easiest, most bang for your buck units there are. I mean, 120, 140 range for like, and you kill everything, and you just have to defend them. It's the easiest thing to do in this game right now is defend these two. It is the easiest thing to do. Who do you think is easier to defend? These guys, or let's say Mothra, or Orga, Gigan Rex, Mecha King Ghidorah, Gigan 04, Godzilla 2000. These guys are by far the easiest guys to work with and use and defend. There's no case like, oh, I'm gonna put Cocoon in front of my vulnerable 7,000 HP goat. Oh, he's so vulnerable. He's a glass cannon. These two are busted. They're basically Ginza if Ginza had like unlimited power. Say it, Jazz. Alright. Goat needs nerfs. Yeah, if these guys were nerfed, the metagame would be a lot healthier. If these guys never existed, the metagame would be a lot better. Scar King also falls into that with that buff, but nowadays he's not as bad. But yeah, if none of these guys buffs, or if they never came out, the game would be a lot better right now. I think Varen and Cocoon are pretty... I think Varen is very good. I love Varen. Please, okay, let's see where we at now. Scar can take off, though. Scar is pretty bad, but as I've said before, you've got a lot of options to deal with them. And Scar can't delete an entire push. He deletes one at a time. While Goat and Rio, yes, it's one at a time, but it's much faster. And it's hard to block it. Like a crystal, a Fukuroka crystal, instantly dead. You're moving on to the next. Fukuroka can only delay 1 or 2 attacks before they start attacking your units. But that's still good because that's how OP they are. It doesn't. Goat is completely fine. What's the argument on how it's busted? Just said it. Best first move in the game. Put Goat in the back in the water. What are you going to do? Void? Rainbow Mothra invincibility, Mothra lead and heal, Psychic Chorus. Easy. You're going to Dimension Tide him closer. Alright, I'm going to put Rio behind him, or -1, or Cocoon. Mataba you, I can Varen you, I can Dimension Tide you back. A lot of easy options. Unless you're playing Spam, the best option against is either Void or Rio. Yeah, Rio's really, really good against Goat if you're in the right situation. But it's not hard to get him 20 out in 20 range. Opponent plays 2 units and he's at 120 range. Oh, wait. Guys, I know the Goat counter. Hold your energy and only play effects. Never play any units. Just don't play units. Just sit there and wait for him to come to you. Waste like 10, 15 energy. Even at 90 range, he's already outranging almost everything. He's stun resistant. Yeah, at least Rio, you can stun him with Taba. If Rio was stun resistant, I think he'd be the best character in the game. Debatably. I'll say debatably. Nerf Void. Void, I think these three are in like a different... They're slightly higher than these two. Like Void, if you don't have Psychic Chorus on hand or a healing anything or defense buff anything, which is common, only a few units do that. There's only like 4 out of 120, right? Void can wreck, but there are counters. Ultima, there's not any... You gotta react. There is no defend, like Mecha King Ghidorah. Alright, Rio, go. Counter. Ultima, counter. This guy can beat him. Counter. Like, Rodan. Anything kill Rodan. Counter. Kiryu Kai. Anything... These guys. Counter. Easy kill. But these guys, you need to create situations and combinations to beat them. There are no direct counters. You have to do combinations. So, yeah, Void counters most everything if they're not healed. That's why these guys are up here. Because you gotta combine and like think about. Well, A tier characters, you'd be like, this guy beats him. I'm gonna send him out alone. You know? Beast Kong. We can with Dorats. You know? Or Rainbow Mothra, you know, Gauss maxed out. Any flying guy. You know, may not be a perfect example, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm getting at. That's what makes like Chibi's OP is you gotta have a combination. Trains, okay, they're weakened. Now you're gonna send Beast Kong out. You just spent 9 energy to kill Chibis. Now I'm gonna summon Chibis again. You know, obviously, yes, there's certain situations where Kong could still get to the leader. That's what we were discussing last year. Is you need more energy to take out Chibis, but Chibis didn't have 100 range. You could still kill Chibis with teamwork. You had to do combinations, but it was easier to find those combinations. It's much harder to find them with these guys. And I think some people watching, you can just power through with your 7,000, 8,000 HP units and defeat the level 5 Rio and Goat. But when you're fighting level 30 plus Goats and Rios, it gets rough. Alright. Those 3 units, okay, maybe that's fine, but 2 units is crazy fast. Yeah, he was fine. He was on top of A tier, in my opinion, before. If you look at my old tier list, I was really talking about how good Goat was, and then he got buffed. It was kind of, it's weird. Monster Zero, it's pretty good too. Monster Zero can, Beast Kong can get out most of the time, but yeah, Monster Zero, Storm, if you get him in the middle of the map with Beast Kong, he can't do anything. So like, if you can't hit Aerial, there's one unit you can use to beat him. Monster Zero, or a flying unit. No Void nerf until Goat nerf. Void has so many answers, yeah. I mean, Void is still really, really good, but he has answers. But when you don't have those answers ready, you just lost like 20 energy worth of stuff. Because you're like, let me start my push. Oh. And if you run Godzilla Earth, Rio and Void just poop on him. You have to use Mothra Leader. You really don't have a choice with these two. You could run Rainbow Mothra. Rainbow Mothra Lead takes out, what, 20% of the damage 2 hits? That's pretty good. Gaming, there's a thing called DT and Speedy units. Yo, use a Speedy unit with Goat. Alright, I put Cocoon in front. Alright, I beat the Speedy unit. Or even just Varen. Varen can't reach behind the leader at the beginning of the match. Monster Zero Storm has 90 range till he starts sucking people in. That's an extra 50 range for Rio to kill him. And then an extra 30 range for Goat to kill him. Means even if you spam the effects, the opponent's going to have enough energy to save the build for another push. I see that argument. That's if you're prepared for Void. Like, my deck's prepared for Gam Spam, Void, and I have Varen and Cocoon, which helps with Rio and Goat. I don't use Rio and Goat, which is a huge detriment to my team. If you're not using Rio or Goat, you're missing out on a lot. You're missing out on 140 range. You're missing out possibly on 70 range. If you're using a unit, let's say like G91 instead, GMK, if you're choosing to use these units over these two, you're missing out. Your opponent has free reign on all that range. That's anything, like let's say you're not running anybody with more than 85 range, 90 through 140 is owned by your opponent. Your opponent owns that area completely free. Is Scar, dude, Scar is not that hard anymore. He's good, but he's not that hard. Ultima and Rio. Ultima, Rio, yep. You can stun Rio. You can't stun Goat, though. Not hard to take care of Goat alone. As soon as he gets a single unit to defend him, the best answer becomes Void, yep. Most Goat players run some sort of Psychic Chorus. They don't have to, technically, but some do. Ghidorah did nothing wrong. Which Ghidorah? You're talking about Void, dude. Giant rookie? You are a rookie. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But the opponent can place an Earth or a massive deck. Dude, Earth sucks. Earth is good if, like, this guy isn't there sniping him. This guy isn't there sniping him. Earth can do alright against this guy. Void. Dead Earth. Earth attacks every 5 seconds, or 5 years. Scar, can you beat Scar King? I think he loses to Shin Ortho. Cocoon gets some, Shinden gets some, Super Godzilla gets some, Armored Mothra, depending on the stats. They're both similar stats than Armored Mothra, but most of the time Earth is going to be stronger because it's been out longer. Evolved, G91 can give him some problems. 1,000-Year Dragon was a pretty good answer to him, but it's easier to get Earth stats up nowadays. Like my level 23 1,000-Year Dragon that does 2,200, 2,300 per hit. Can't beat Leanne's Earth in the 1v1. It's kind of funny. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to your comments as soon as I can. Alright. Where am I? Don't you want your level 30 Void to be the only one that wipes level 40s? Some people say you should leave it at 17. But if you have it at like 30 or 40, you're probably beating those Psychic Choruses and responses. There's nothing stopping someone from summoning a distraction unit or purposely spawning Goat after a unit that can hold themselves. Yeah, Goat, if you spawn him first, you're in a very good condition to win. If you manage to kill him, it's all about who summons Goat first next time. retired it. And this just seems like an issue on your side if you can't counter Goat. He's only ever a problem when protected by the actual busted units for me. Which is often. Everybody's using busted units. We can't forget about Spell Mage Pans. That's obviously top takeoff tier. You have a level 30 Rio, which is Goat's ultimate counter besides Void. I was talking to Ashman about this too. He's like, dude, Goat's not that hard. And he's rocking an Ace, I think level 30 Rio. And Jason and Ashman run very similar decks. Rio, staple. So, I mean, if you're using the second best, debatably the second, these three, and you're coming in here and saying these three aren't good, I don't know what I could say to you. I'm going to cast my death spell. I'm firing my laser. Voice is killing me. I need water. Void counters Rainbow Boss lead. Am I planning not the other way? The Healing Mothra is really good. Can be up to the way Izzle's units. Ultimate is built for getting up close and hits extremely hard. Getting up close has an 85 range, Desgador range, which is why he doesn't have that many counters. The best Void counter is M92 lead. I think so too. I agree with that. The Bear Void counter, I wrote that as beer for a second. Power of Friendship. Power of Friendship, dude. That's Mothra 92's ability. It just proves that Goat isn't the problem if you ask me. Ultima's 100% better than Goat. No, because you can redirect Ultima pretty easily. He has 40 less range, so you have 40 more range to take care of Ultima. It's not that Goat is a problem, it's that he's a problem among many others. Yeah, you can stun Rio, yes, however, Rio has more range, a ramp up, and targets the ones in the back, which is a big difference, because the ones in the back tend to be the ones you want alive. Yeah, but the thing about Rio, too, is if you have a swarm going at him and he's hitting a guy way in the back, yeah, you can take advantage of that with Rio. But the problem is, Rio doesn't always hit things in the back. Sometimes he's hitting things, like, in the middle. It's kind of weird. Exactly, so Goat doesn't need a nerf. Scar Ultima and Rio does. Dude, I don't know what you're snoring. I remember you were, no offense, Jason, but you were telling me that, like, Monster Zero lead was the best lead in the game. Which he can be for rush decks, but we're talking about, like, the overall character. Shin is much better, Rainbow Mothra is much better. Should Anime Ghidorah stream instead? He's the GOAT. I don't have him, mine's level 5. Who's going to counter Goat without you spending a huge amount of energy to the point where you can't defend yourself? That's valid. The only counter the Goat right now is Void and Rio. Scar King doesn't do shit. He can't stun him. And so when he pulls him in, he gets decimated. Of course, if you have, like, your... The thing is that's if your opponent doesn't defend Goat. If your opponent doesn't defend Goat, Scar King's useful. But people are going to defend Goat. Back from when Rio scarring... Okay, what was it? I miss G24 meta. Do it. I do too. Ashman. Yeah. DT, speedy units, Varen, and swarms. Yeah, if you bring him out, like, from behind the leader, so he's a little bit in front of the leader, you can still place people in front. Now, if your opponent doesn't place anything, like, Dimension Tide's good, but your opponent also has Dimension Tide, so he can do that nonsense back to you. And once again, Varen can't reach behind the leader. Varen's gonna get shredded. Varen's good though. Swarms. Swarms suck with Bagon. Kamakura Swarm sucks. Dorats suck. Gigan Rex gets wrecked by Bagon. And just a high damage. It takes Gigan Rex a while to get across the stage. Monster Zero Storm is not... He does not counter him. He's actually lower because of those guys. Oh, and that's because those units are behind Rio's range 9 more. Rainbow Mothra lead is the best. Monster Zero is just better than Shin lead. I think Shin's still better because of the ability to take energy. That's the main point. And you gotta time Rainbow Mothra lead's ability perfectly nearly every time. Not perfectly, but there's like many different timings. Sometimes you get burnt and you get hit. You gotta use it at the right time. There's like multiple times. There's like right before, but not too right before the laser hits. Then there's right before he uses the ability. That's the best time. But if you use it, let's say like in the middle of his ability, you're gonna get hit. So you gotta be really careful of your timing. Especially if you got 1 energy when he's using his Shin ability. You're talking about situations of Goat being by himself. True. Meanwhile, you use all your energy to stop him. With how cheap units are and how slow Goat is, it's very easy to defend him. Monster Zero, now the guy testing him is using him in fair. Now there aren't that many great cards for Storm. So he's missing out on Valentine's, which is a very, very, very good card. 7+ cost card, which is a very good card. He does get Legion, but 30% less health is a huge, huge disadvantage. Ebra, +3 special. Big, big sacrifice. He only gets buffed by the new card, really. And then the Ghidorah cards all suck, basically. They're all really bad or outclassed. The Ghidorah that gives 1 energy is pretty good, but it just gives attack. So, like, if we're considering cards, Storm Ghidorah cannot go higher. He can't go an S, really. If there were no cards, he'd be better. But because Godzillas get the easiest buffs, they get the 6+, they get the Valentines, they get the 7+. Anything 7+ Godzilla is easy to buff, really easy to buff. But Monster Zero Storm's good. I have mine at level 15. He always performed worse than these guys. Like, yeah, you get a 6-cost Dimension Tide, but his HP and attack is better. I think he's kind of like... This is why these guys are next to each other. I gotta get off my butt for a second. These two guys, once they're higher level, they're really good. But if they're not level 20, 25, let's say 25, you can ace them to 25. They don't really shine yet. This guy's really good, but his range holds him back. Rio and Goat hit him for like 10 seconds before he can get up to them. DT's good, but if your opponent's smart, he's gonna notice that it's like, oh, I just put every one of my units right next to each other. I'm getting Dimension Tided. You put Ultima, you put Goat in the back corner, maybe back middle. Then you put Ultima like here in the front for whatever your opponent does. And you're covered. Cocoon. You Dimension Tide Cocoon and Goat. Cocoon's gonna cover Goat. Now let's say you have GMK. You just walk GMK all the way across. So GMK has 69 range, which is nice. But it is a plus 100. Alright. My level 5 MZA is getting plus 1k by Ebra on the new Shin card. Dude. Level 5, that's gotta be rough. But you do have a level 30 Rio, Godzilla Evolved. I think you have Ultima and Goat and Void too, right? So that's why this guy is under needs help but good. So if you didn't have any of these guys, any of the S tier or takeoff tier, you're not making it with Storm. If you make Storm your main guy, if you make any of these guys your aces in the A tier, you are wasting a slot. You should put these guys in your ace slot. Of course you can play for fun, but I'm talking optimally right now. Gets the same card buffs as Scar King, right? No. Scar King gets, there's this 12% HP increase. There's a lot of Beast Kong, Godzilla Evolve cards he gets powered up from. So no, they have different cards. The only card they share is the 6+ cost one and like the 6 cost ones. Yeah, my G91 at level 25 gets plus 2,200 HP almost. He has over 7,000 HP. With the same card layout, this guy at level 15 gets like 1,300, I think the most. I could test it. I could put Ebra and whatever in there. I swear the rates for cards are getting lower. Dude, you guys saw my stream where I did 100 polls, right? And I only got a pity copy, and I got like the worst 3 stars. So yeah. Hey, Benji, thanks for the $2, man. Rex has been carrying me. I think they're S. I can see arguments for that. I think Bagon and Void kind of get them. I might put them on the top of A. I don't think they're better than any of these guys, though. But yeah, top of A isn't bad. In the right moments, they can perform well. You do need to support them. That's why they're in the needs help. You need Rainbow Mothra invincibility. You need healing. You need somebody else to go with them to really get anything out of them. But they're good. Anything in the top A is still good. You can make him work. You can make him work. 1,000-Year Dragon, he'd be S tier or top A maybe if Ultima didn't exist. He was actually getting better because of that 6+ card. Why didn't this play for you? Oh, the noise is just so quiet. Okay. Well, thanks for the $2, man. I really appreciate it. I'll first say MZA also counters the redirect strat to defend Go. Oh, like Cocoon and Varen, he covers them. Yeah, so Goat's even easier to cover now because of Monster Zero Storm. But I wouldn't use him. There's a lot better options, such as Cocoon and Varen to redirect. Rex with the Rainbow Mothra Leader boost and the new 6 card. Yeah, that's really good. That's what Leanne does. That you could really, like, these guys aren't placed for maximum potential with cards. Otherwise, all those 7+ Godzillas would just be in S tier, and everyone who's not a Godzilla is lower. But with cards, like for example, Ginza could be a little higher. Earth could be higher with cards. These two, because I think the Valentine's card, a lot of people bought that, and that's just the best card in the game. Flat out. 7% energy, 13% each stat. I don't think my deck is Burning Godzilla 2019, Evo, Rio, G21, Shimo, DT, Grand King Ghidorah. I don't own Ultima, I don't use Void. I own M19. I meant Moss counters the Goat and the Cocoon Varen. That could work, but you gotta get him across the field. You could send him out like right away, but there's so many things that counter Storm if you send him out right away to redirect those Cocoon and the you would have to summon Monster Zero before Goat. So you gotta like just not think and do 6 energy right there and then he summons Goat. So okay, Goats walk around the back really slow. He's passing the leader. You're already halfway across the field, even if you place him in the back, let's say. He summons Cocoon for some reason to distract you. You don't summon anyone else. You're sitting at 10 energy right now. You are wasting energy. You're not summoning anyone else for Storm. You kill, let's say the Mothra pushes you back to your side. I don't see how that's going to work out. You gotta have Storm work together. Summoning Storm first to take care of Cocoon and Goat just isn't a wise idea. You gotta use, you gotta have like Auriga or someone underneath them. But then Goat has a +1 boost, or even a +2 if he manages to place it first with the Shubaya card. So I don't see that as reliable. It can work in situations, but it optimally is not reliable. What if he doesn't summon Cocoon? What if he summons Rio? So he places Rio on the other side away from Dimension Tide range. Your Storm's coming out in the middle. He's dead. Completely dead. You could kill the Rio maybe, but I'm pretty sure he's going to kill Storm first. If it's a level 5 Rio with cards, you can take him out. And then Goat's safe. Or you can focus on Goat, but then Rio's going to kill you. If you do Swarms, he summons Bagon on the other side of his field. Your Swarms are done. It's just so easy. Like, if you put any situation in front of me, put Goat in the back, it's easy to defend. Do a Battle Memories tier list, please. I don't know enough. I mean, I'll just read the text and give my opinion, but I don't have a lot of them. Monster Zero works after Goat 2. It only stops working if it's already at level 1. Yeah, that's the thing. And I just went through like what you could do against Storm Ghidorah as a Goat user. So you're having something take hits for your Storm Ghidorah. So that means Goat's already at level 1 or 2. Burning 2019 takes the hits, and First Form Goat is the same range as is 90 range yet. So I think Storm Ghidorah's range is like what, 65, 70 or something. It has never failed me once. Really? So nobody's ever countered the idea of Storm and Burning going out? I just feel like it's a lot easier to use Goat in the back rather than using Burning and Storm Ghidorah first. I think it's easier to use these guys than these guys right here. That's just my opinion, though. I feel like when I see Storm Ghidorah, I always wreck them. I actually don't see many of them, but in fair battle, yes, I can lose them if I'm using a deck I'm unfamiliar with. But like in ranked match, Storm Ghidorah is not amazing. He's definitely like the highest I can see Storm Ghidorah ever is probably like here. But I think he's worse than GMK. GMK is much more reliable for debuffing the damage, and this guy's immune to effects. I might actually put Beast Kong back here. Beast Kong can hit for tremendous damage. His cards are outdated now, though. Yeah, Storm Ghidorah is rare. I tried him out after the buff. Mine's only 15, though. It probably has to be higher, but... Like, if I was going to use Storm Ghidorah... Oh, God. He's slow. I used to use Scar King with Chibis to give the buff. I think Bagon would be excellent with Storm Ghidorah because he's sucking everybody in, and the first guy that comes in, bam, 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 you're hitting everyone. You do Cocoon. You could have everybody focused on Cocoon while Storm Ghidorah is doing the storm. I've tried that. It's kind of hard to pull off, though. You gotta, like, place it perfectly. You could do Taba. I like using AoE with, when Storm Ghidorah first came out, I did Mulgera to buff and take the hits, because he had a lot of HP at the time. Megalon in the back to debuff. So, like, Storm Ghidorah, like, got a huge boost in health from the defense boost and the attack decrease. I think GMK, well, Megalon's 3 costs. So, my favorite combination was Storm Ghidorah, Mulgera, and Megalon. I had a lot of fun with that. I made that work for a while, but then Rio came out and the Scar King buff came out, and it kind of made that whole strat useless. Yeah, that's his damage, I believe, not the pull-in effect. Storm Ghidorah is, yeah, Z is goated. Once you get good with it, it counters every meta, with the exception of Rio, because Rio, well, it's Rio. Yeah. I don't think he's better than Armored Mothra or Super Mecha Godzilla or any of these guys, but he's A tier. Needs help, but is good, you know. There's people who stand by Kiryu Kai. There's people who stand by Gigan Rex. I think Gigan Rex is better in Orga. I see where you're coming from. Makes me wonder how would Monster Zero Storm do with Grand King Ghidorah. I think that's a good combination. I think Storm Ghidorah is better with AoE. I think right now what people are trying is they're trying to make Orga plus Storm Ghidorah work. It takes some timing. Like, I was trying to get the hang of it. Like, yes, you can pull people into, but anyone with... The thing that I saw was anything with AoE beats that strat. So, yes, Orga's taking the damage, but Monster Zero Storm has nowhere the same HP as Orga. So, you can suck everyone in. Monster Zero does have good damage. He has better stats than Mecha King Ghidorah when I compared them, like, a month ago. I mean, Storm Ghidorah I invested in. I put, like, all my GMATs into him in December. I had him at, like, level 13, 14. He's 15 now. I stopped investing into him. I switched my investments to G21. Before the buff, he was just too frail, didn't do a lot of damage. He's probably decent now. I mean, I have thought about getting him to 20, so I can ace him to 25. I would love to use him. He's a 6-cost Ghidorah, though, and I need a 7-cost Ghidorah to get the buffs, you know. I do like him. I do love Storm Ghidorah. He's just like, my deck right now personally is, I put Ultima in. I do run a Gamer deck that's level 8 occasionally. But, I put Scar King on and off, it depends. But if I had to build a deck in front of you guys right now and play, which I don't want to log off Leanne's account because Andap is weird. These two 100%. They have replaced all my Gigan 04, Chibi usage. Placed anywhere, perfect units. So I'm going to build my 5.5 deck real quick, guys. These two, this guy's going to be level 5 still. Still awesome. Maybe Super Mech Godzilla or Ghidorah. -1 Fukuroka, G91. Well, I'm going to put in my for sure, guys. So -1, G91. Varan Cocoon, so that's 4. Who else am I putting in for sure? I'm putting GMK in. 1000-Year Dragon, I invested so much in him, but he's like sucking. Every time someone comes out and kicks his ass. Chibi's kicked his ass. Rio, Scar King, Ultima kick his ass. Who else am I putting in often? Not Chibi's anymore. Mecha King Ghidorah for fun. I guess I am putting Scar King and Ultima right now. I mean, anyone here and then some people from top A is what I'm using. I don't have these. I got a level 5 Rio that performs better than my level 20 Ghidorah. But I don't like using Rio because it feels cheap. Like, it feels like if I put him in the back and he just wipes out a push. I mean, he's level 5, so he takes forever. But yeah, I like GMK a lot. I might actually move GMK up. I think GMK is underrated too. His AoE is ginormous. If he got that 80, 75 range, he'd be S tier, but his range holds him back. But I think GMK is really good. What else do you guys think? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, yep, they're really good. Burning's easier now because Ultima in these two. Like, I didn't have any range really. Desgador was my range, and he got wrecked by Thermo. Desgador can't kill anything before they reach him nowadays, unless it's Kamacuras. Who else is going in the B tier? I think Shin should go up. He's really good. Where would I put Shin? I'm going to put Shin like here. Anguirus is going to go down a little bit. Put these guys together. I'm going to save this and then I'm going to post it on the GBL Discord. I might post it on the Facebook group as well. Because I'm chilling, guys. I'm doing it too. This is basically my stream. GMK just tickles my burning. Yeah, anything that doesn't have high range or above like 75 range, burning's gonna wreck. GMK is good, but I don't know what he still isn't performing well. I don't really use Dimension Tide anymore, but with Dimension Tide, he's probably really good. I like him for his debuff. Like, if I need, I'm like, crap, a whole push is coming at me. And I got -1 ready. I'm going to summon GMK. He's going to hit 2 guys at a time. He dies. 25% damage debuff. -1. Kill everyone. I should put Dimension Tide back in my deck. That's the Jinjo technique. Oh my gosh. You do either DT first or after. So sometimes I do the explosion, then I have DT suck them in, and it does the bonus damage. It's pretty fun. And if they try to use Psychic Chorus, using DT after is better. Or no, first. First is better, before they start healing. Guys, I don't think Beast Kong is that good anymore. He only works at like 30 plus. I'm going to bring him back, and then maybe put him like here. And then Legion's going up, guys. I think Legion's underrated. Legion's very underrated. I'm going to put Legion like right here. I think Legion's better than Desgador. 1,000 Year Dragon, just for this season, guys. Just for this season. He's going down a bit. He's worse than Earth, actually. Because once he he starts out as like a high A S tier character with that shield. Without the shield, he's like low A. Very low A. But when he gets a defense down, he has the same stats as regular King Ghidorah down here. He goes into B tier. He's like right here. So like, I hate it too. As soon as I see 1,000 Year Dragon, I'm like, oh, easy pickings, Ultima. I'm so mad. But after the season, maybe he'll be more useful. He can't really carry on his own anymore. He can't. I think, well, Beast Kong has got two invulnerability, so I'll put him up here. I'll put Rainbow Mothra down a little bit. I think she's really good with support. Melee said she's good at attacking and has good HP. I think he said that. She does not. Her attack's like 300 damage. It sucks. Mine's level 20. I believe it's 20. Leanne's is like 23. Mothra Duo is still really... No, I have no problem with Mothra Duo. Any AoE kills her. GMK kills her. I think Gigan Rex does well, right? But Flyer Scar and Rio just shut him down. Yeah, with Beast Glove. Alright, guys, we're kind of getting towards the end of the stream. Let me see if you... Let me know if you see anything out of place. I mean, this is a fun stream. I just like talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm going to go grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. You guys just take a look at this tier list and let me know. I want to make this awesome as possible. Alright, got some water. And guys, if I'm ever streaming another game, feel free to talk about GBL. If you're watching from MapleStory, feel free to talk about MapleStory, you know? I mean, I can't get too off topic, but I will talk about it. Alright, what's up, Cat Cat? Kiryu Kai needs to be B. What? He's B when he has the drill, maybe, but if you get a 7+ cost with him, oh my god, his attack power is unbelievable. I fought a level 35, but then it was ace to 40. Kiryu Kai killed my 7,000 HP. G91, no problem, barely took a scratch. My -1 died like instantly too. So Kiryu Kai can dish out some heavy DPS, especially after his buff. I mean, I could put Kiryu Kai down a little bit. Maybe he's not better than Tokyo. He'd be pretty solid with Storm, actually. I mean, AoE is still really good against Gam Spam, but Gam Spam's not super common, but it's still around. It's still around. Like every, 4 matches, 5 to 6 matches, you'll find some sort of spam. Most of it's these guys. So let's say you have 5 battles. 1's Gam Spam. 3 are the bulky snipers, and the last one's just some random guy doing achievements or a random guy trying something. So I'm gonna put him back here. Maybe behind Legion. I think he's better than Beast Kong. I think Legion can move up over time. I think that's starts out with immunity, spawns a ton of units. That can catch people off guard. If you're running Shin lead, you attack one enemy at a time, and if you can get those Legion minions buffed, holy cow. Oh my god. Dude, I love Legion. I wish I could just put like $9,000 towards this game without feeling like an idiot. And then I'd buff like Legion, Storm Ghidorah, you know, I'd have some fun, but this is all like... I saw a meme where it's like, back then you unlock characters and level them up by playing the game. Now you gotta pay. So I moved Kiryu Kai down a little bit. I don't think he's worse than Chibi's or Destroya. Our B tier is looking pretty good, though. I think Mecha King Ghidorah is like bottom of A, where he does still... no, he's outclassed. He's outclassed by like all the other Ghidorahs, actually. So I'm gonna put Mecha King Ghidorah in like B tier. Mothra. Mothras can be good in spam. These guys can. Mega Gearus is really good. Let's see, what else do you guys say? I'm strongly standing by the fact that both Shinlead and Go are overrated, but they're they're good, just as good as they should be. But not, no, I don't think they're as good as they should be. I think Goat should have not been buffed at all. Then he'd be good. He'd still be up here. He'd probably be here. Because Jack 2K beat me with him before. And he used him really wisely. It was Operation Watasumi. Goat was very balanced. It's just nobody put levels into him because there were so many other... It was kind of a boring season, you know? Kiryu Kai can perform really well. His DPS is scary against 7 cost, yeah. I wouldn't say cracked. He has 55 range. So, like, he has a lot of HP. He is immune to effects. Which, yeah, when I do have a match I was going to upload where a guy kept using Dimension Tide and Void against me, but my Tokyo made it through. It's a gimmick. Tokyo's kind of a gimmick right now. Like, people should know about him, but some don't. But if you know your opponent has Tokyo, you're going to be more careful using your effects. After you kill Tokyo, which... He's like Orga. He's just there to soak up damage. I don't know. That 55 range holds him back. If he had 75, he'd be yes. There are a lot of units that can rely too much on cards or decks built around them. Yeah, like, who's bad without cards? Like, these guys are all good without cards, to be honest. Super Godzilla is probably not terribly great without cards nowadays. Evolved. Giron. It's not terribly great without cards. He's like A tier. G91 without cards. Could be a bit lower. Same with this guy. Well, a lot of like the 6... Well, 6 costs are getting love now. We need a season which is just buffs, debuffs, and adds. Dude, seriously, we're not... We did get like 5 or 6 buffs this season, so it's pretty good. But like, I don't know, anyone here, like B and under is just not doing well. I'm gonna move Wakasa Bay down. Dude, so Giga and Rex, I'm not saying that. This guy summoned Jet Jaguar against me, and the Buzzsaw instantly got rid of invincibility. You know what? How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, we're going to do 19, 20. I think Gigan Rex is still S. He's fallen off, but he's still, like, in certain situations, super, super good. If you have, like, Fukuoka behind them, which is what I do, so that's what Leanne does, Goat and Rio have problems. But, of course, it's not terribly hard to stop Gigan Rex. And let's see. Tokyo 54 is cracked against effect spammers, but he gets sniped too much. Yep. Funny enough, Spammer isn't that broken without cards. In fact, it's horrible unfair, says Mongo. Really? He has higher stats than Desgador for a 5 cost. His stats are pretty busted. But, yeah, these new guys, like Ultima probably shreds him. Gamma itself is still broken and needs to be nerfed. Yeah. I think his stats are still... He should be 6 cost. Yeah, Fair is a completely different game because everyone's level 20 and there's no cards. Cards is what really makes Gamma OP. Void's not that great in Fair? I think Void's probably better in Fair than Ranked. Because it doesn't really matter. It's percentage based. Yeah, because you just have reasonable stats. Let's think of a planet where these guys don't exist. Turtle did nothing wrong. Pans. Can't say controversial stuff like that in this chat, man. Turtle did a lot wrong. Don't forget about his war crimes in the in the Republic of Congo, man. Like, you can't dismiss that. Shush, Pans. Turtle can die, bro. If Turtle never came out, I'd be a lot happier. If any of these guys never came out. Void wasn't OP until everyone started having levels on him. I saw him and I was like, I didn't like the Godzilla anime. Leanne doesn't even like the Godzilla anime. She just likes how Earth looks. So I didn't invest in him. I invest in people I like. Like -1's awesome. G91, one of my favorite movies. Mecha King Ghidorah. 1,000-Year Dragon. He's the only good guy King Ghidorah. I love the GMK movie. I watched it again recently. Maybe I'll have a beer or two sometime this week. And I'm going to watch it again. Guys, do any of you pick units based on your favorite movies, or you pick them based on how good they are? I love the original. I wish Old Man Jenkins was better. Tokyo's good. I like using Tokyo occasionally, but he doesn't fit well in my deck. Storm Ghidorah is cool. Best part of that whole 2019 movie was Storm Ghidorah. That's why I invested in him. Like, guys in my deck I don't care for are... I don't care much for Varen, but I love how he plays and how reliable he is. But I don't like him, like, from the movie, really. Cocoon. Old Rio did nothing wrong, though. Jason, do you want to get banned? That's it. You're going to timeout. I'm just kidding. What ends... Where did the music go? Oh, it's loading Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's why. It's having a hard time playing a bad Pokemon game. I'm sorry, guys, if you like Sun and Moon. Yeah, we gotta get these remixes going. What time is it? Oh, Leanne's not home for another hour. We're going to a cat cafe after this. Let's see. What ends up being the case is 9 cost is almost never worth. Energy cards make Void a lot better. Yeah, it does. The only way 9 cost is worth it is if you have a unit on the board that doesn't get annihilated before Void. That's a good point, Billy Bob. I chose G24 because he's sick. I mean, he is cool. He's like Super Saiyan Godzilla, basically. I kind of watch again. I used to ride units more often. They're so cool to me. Yeah, it's basically more hyperactive -1. Where's Ride Godzilla? His Stomp does a ton of damage. Ride Ghidorah is cool, too. He's like an Eastern European, or a European dragon more, because he uses his wings as hands. He's not so much a traditional, like, Chinese or Japanese dragon. In the shop next season, hell yeah. Alright, let me ban Jason. Rip Jason, no. British law is not recognized here. It's true. We don't recognize the British in America. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna get a little offensive for a second. The British conquered, like, most of the world. Like, they were like, hey, Africa, you're gonna do what we want. Give us your minerals. India, you're gonna do what we want, and you're gonna fight in our wars. And then and we want your spices, we want your food. Conquering almost the entire world, and their food still sucks. Let me show you British food. I'm putting Burning Godzilla on the roaster right now. Here it is. Burning Godzilla. Why are there so many peas on the plate? You don't need that many peas. They're not even seasoned. Let me look up American food. Yeah, British law. This is American law in this chat. Look at this. Can you guys see it? Hang on, let me see if you can see it. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Hang on. You guys see it? There it is. Yeah, you guys can see it. I'm making sure. American food. We don't care. The meat may be like pig butt and horse legs, but we don't care. In America, we fight for what we believe in. Honestly though, the portions in America, I'm starting to become fat, guys. A donut, well, Krispy Kreme, you're killing people. That is killing people. Remember when Burger King, I don't know if they did this around the world, Burger King had a bacon sundae? Now I'm hungry. Ooh. No, those aren't my Korean corn dogs. You know what the best food ever is? It's either, for me, it's either like, sushi's good, but Mexican or, I like how we're going to the food. This is why I like streaming, because I like talking to people at the comfort of my own home. Oh. Pick your 3 favorite, dude. Burritos, quesadillas, taquitos. Dude, you get chilies with cheese on them? Dude, we have like a good Mexican community here. We have food trucks like within 2-3 minutes. We have local restaurants here. We have stores where you see like a ton of Mexican people just chilling. They're like turning their checks or something. There's like a line. And whenever me and Leanne would go in there, we'd all get stared at. But I love the food. It's just everything they do. They're like geniuses when it comes to food. I mean, look at that. That's the food we get in Kalamazoo. Whoa. That's Kalamazoo. Discover Kalamazoo. Dark Crow, if you're watching this. I'll say, I'm like, that taco looked familiar. In case you didn't know, I'm from Kalamazoo. God, I love Mexican food. What about you guys? What food do you like? Too advanced for your brain pants. Okay, I'm making an MC map while watching this and watching your video. It hits so hard when you're bored. How dare you? I'll have you know, beans on toast is lit. Holy Jason, you're from there too. Get your beans on toast out of here. Get your beans in a burrito. How dare you? Our food is more healthy. U.S. food has a lot of unhealthy shit. U.S. food's so unhealthy. Like not having a heart attack. Luther Burger, hell yeah. Your government doesn't care about y'all's health. It is true. We have like cancer Skittles. We have yoga mat powder in our bread. I found out, so I thought I was allergic to gluten. Crappy bread. Americans started like they squeeze the germ out and all the nutrients out of the bread so it can stay good longer and it's more visually appealing. American government love to make food visually more appealing and last longer at the cost of nutrients. So it leads to bad bread, like basic bread, hillbilly bread, soft bread, Meyer brand, Walmart brand, brain fog, joint issues, bloatiness, gassiness, and anxiety. The chemicals in there give you anxiety. I thought it was the gluten. No, it's just crappy bread. So I'm trying to stay away from crappy bread. So yeah, I agree with you. America's food is horrible. That's because our food companies are owned by a lot of the tobacco companies. And now Pans and some of the older crowd here will get this. The tobacco companies are some of the most evil companies in the world. They had people smoking and kids smoking till like the 90s, 2000s. This cartoon was advertised towards me when I was a kid. I thought smoking was so cool when I was 8. Not even 8, like 6 or 7. Dude, Joe Camel is the coolest guy on the planet. And there was a survey back then, before they stopped doing the cartoon, where Joe Camel is just almost as recognizable as Mickey Mouse to kindergartners. So I'm teaching you guys American history right here. Of course, you know, we publicize the internet to the world. So we're talking right now because of America. So of all the bad, there's some good. This went from GBL food presentation. All right, guys. Which monster is the most tasty looking? Mexican food is goated. Steak is the best. Do steak's good? I am more of a pork guy. Jason has always been from the UK. I forgot. Beans and toast will not be accepted. Get out of here. Your beans are probably not even baked. Also imagine needing to pay for healthcare. Dude. Yeah, US family doesn't even give a fuck about their people. Dude, it's true. Beans and toast. We aren't poor. LOL. Joe Go. Marlboro Man. How many has there been? I think they all died from lung cancer. I've seen some US guys on TikTok who came here. It says bean on toast is amazing. I'm gonna have to figure that out, guys. I'm gonna have to come over there someday. British food memes. There it is. That's the meme I'm talking about. Congress half the planet just for spices. Also British food. But memes aside, memes are just parody. They're not all truth. You guys might be right. I'll have to head there. My childhood best friend, I haven't seen him in 2 years. I'm seeing him this weekend. His mom was, I think his grandma was from the UK. And they had scones. Scones were really good. They did not like Alfredo. They did not like Alfredo. It was like disgusting to them. They didn't like cheese that much either. But they were more like, what was it, scones? My friend would take cheese off his pizza. I can't remember much. This is like mid-2000s, guys. This was a long time ago. But he had like different food. It was more basic food. But it was good. Don't knock it till you try it. I'll respect it. I respect it. All right, guys. I think we should wrap things up before we start talking about, well, actually, I don't care, but beans on, let's see, Kong looks the most tasty because man has a mega butt. Plus, he's the only non-scaled thing. So, okay, so we could cook Kong. Kong's pretty good. I think Ebra is probably the most delicious. That's like, what, 50 tons of lobster shrimp meat? Oh, let's see. Beans on toast doesn't look appetizing. We all acknowledge that, but it tastes amazing. It's also really healthy for you. That's because you guys have the good bread, right? You got good bread. My favorite meals to make is, Leanne doesn't like baked beans that much. I do like some beans on rice. Chicken and rice is the most common. Chicken adobo. What else do I make? I like making hickory brown sugar seasoned, like chicken, pork. We do some salads. Delicious in dungeon. Were you locked up, Pans, and all you had was beans and rice? Yeah, we got good bread. Now I'm hungry. We're gonna have to do a cooking live stream sometime, guys. Alright, do you guys think this tier list is good enough to post? I know Kiryukai is debatable right now, but you guys gotta trust me on this. He's got a lot of potential. He's really good. And I think these two, I think people are kind of like disappointed or like, why were they buffed? I think these two are really good. I think these two are awesome. Yeah, black beans on rice is amazing. Well, I gotta get more black beans. Now I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. We have this frozen, like, spinach, onions, garlic Alfredo pizza. Or no, it's garlic Parmesan sauce pizza. But Kiryukai! That's it. Kiryukai, guys. Worse than Gotango. Oh, they all fit together. There we go. All the Kiryus are the same, right? No, he's got to go back up here. Put him here. Put G21 at the very top to rage bait people. Delicious in Dungeon is an anime, and they eat the monsters in the dungeon. That sounds like my friend from the old D&D campaign we did. His name was Strunk, and he'd chop up the goblins and eat them. He called them Strunk Chunks. So shoutouts if you're watching, buddy. Desgador should be lower than 1,000 Year. You know, Kat, I think because Ultima exists, 1,000 Year is a little bit down, but maybe I should rearrange this. I think Super Mechagodzilla. No, he's not better than Earth. You know what? He's not better than Earth. And then we're gonna put Desgadora. Maybe I'll put Earth up a little bit because Earth does have situations, especially with the new cards. Leanne's Earth is super strong. Scarlet Ghidorah's Earth is super strong. I had my 3.5 deck, and I had like armies taking on that Earth, and it would not die. It eventually did, but oh my gosh. So I'm gonna put Earth up here. He fares better in this meta right now, even though Rio exists, but Rio exists for everyone else. It's just Earth is slow, but you can use his slowness to avoid Earth. Or Rio. You can time out Rio if you place Earth in the back when you like place him after Rio. If they dimension tide you, that's that. My friend says Shinden is the best unit in the game. Your friend is a time traveler who's from the year late 2023, early 2024. Shinden just doesn't cut it anymore. Kamakris is good. Well, it's because like so many things like G90. I love personally, like Shinden could be higher. I love personally when you guys or anyone summons Shinden. My G91 turns around, he's like, stop, and then Shinden dies. Shinden dies in one hit. Gigan Rex, Gigan Miles, Shinden's done. Any multi-hit. Super X, I tried Shinden versus Super X, does not end well for Shinden. So, let's see, you said, we'll put Desghidorah down here. He needs help, definitely, but he can be good. Oh, he was a barbarian, yeah. Yep. Pans, what deck have you been running this season? Earth is well. Earth is a tree, actually. That's right, Pans. Burning Godzilla, you gotta get educated. I know it's your first time seeing a Godzilla tier list or Godzilla anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, we all know Godzilla or Earth is some sort of tree. Mothra Egg should be at least Taba. Wait, what? Mothra Egg's up here with Taba, my man. I'm gonna click on your picture. I want to see what your cat looks like. Why can't I click on you? I want to see. It won't let me do anything. No, I wanted to see your cat. Maybe if I lean in. Guys, don't look at my hair. It might be thinning. Let's see. It's a big meowing cat. Where are my cats? Oh, there's Yzma. Yzma's eating. I feel like I got some streaming left in me. I want to play, but I don't know if I get in trouble for playing Leanne's count. Mothra should be lower than Taba. Okay. Oh, we've been at 15, according to this, we've been at 15 views for like an hour. And if you guys are willing to watch, like, you know, if you guys are watching and you're entertained, I can stay on for a bit. I don't know what we're going to switch to, though. Like, obviously a tier list can take a while. Sometimes it takes, like, I think Melee, Sir Melee's took like an hour and something, right? So, Taba, I think Taba's really good, actually. This is why I keep Taba here, because it's hard to rank them. I say these guys are interchangeable. Well, Taba's really good, though. And you can buff Taba a lot, too. Cocoon can only be used for a distraction, but there's a lot of stun resistance and a vulnerability going on right now, so I'm going to leave them next to each other. It is debatable, though. I agree that Taba could be better than Mothra Egg. My kitten does nothing but run around the house. It's hyper. That's Barty. That's our kitten. We call my cat Barrel for being so fat. Do a leader tier list with G21 lead at top. I'm entertained. -1 should be a bit higher than Super Mecha. Dude, Super Mecha is really good, but you know what? So, you come from the camp where the spawn at the beginning is bad, which I see it as like a double-edged sword. I did have -1 up here before. If it's not a Rainbow Mothra leader, -1's here, but if you got a Rainbow Mothra leader that knows what they're doing, then -1's like down here. I agree with that. Okay, we can load up, let's save this. Let's download the image. It's getting downloaded. Alright, so we got that. We could do a leader tier list. I just gotta let people know in the beginning, 2.5 hours in, we're doing a leader tier list. Tier list maker. My account. Oh my god, here's the old ones. Rio was down here originally, Gam Spam. Godzilla, Battle Line, Leader, Tier List. Do I have to... I might have to just... If anyone can post a link in the chat. I mean, we could just do... let's see. I thought I had a leader one, but I don't see it anymore. These are old. We're gonna have to do a new one. You know what? Did it save their most recent one? Alright, so this is a saved one. Well, shoot. Did I just delete that old one? Hang on, guys. Is it still the same tier list? Yeah. Okay, so... Save. So what are we at? Season 50. Awesome tier list. Save. Is it saved? I don't know if it's saving or not. Let's go back to my account and see if it's saved. It did not. Why is it not saving my tier list? You guys, Melee, I support Melee. Melee is good. He's a good guy. Alright, so I'm trying to save this tier list, guys. Maybe I gotta go to normal view. Does it take time to save it? Maybe it takes time. It says it's loading up there. D for doo-doo. I doubt we'll find anything saying this. Bam. Bam. Oh my gosh, look how old that is. It's ancient. Maybe I'll bookmark this. Oh, there it is. So yeah, the image is here. I think you guys can look it up and see it. I think you can move it around. So I'll share this after the stream. We can do a leader tier list right now, though. So let's reset. Yeah, and I already have a leader tier list. I don't have it on here. Yeah, we can do two tier lists. Should I soon go to touch grass? I haven't in 2 years. Grass is overrated. It can hurt you. So give it a try using Shinden on Geo too. That's funny. Actually, it's physically impossible to touch grass, as our atoms do not touch, so in theory, none of us have touched grass at all. Okay, you need to go touch grass. Alright. Remind me if I miss any leaders, guys. I can't believe there's still 15 of you watching. I gotta get my phone. Is this true? I'm gonna go with it. You guys are chatting. Ooh, it's getting hot in this room. I gotta get the air going. G89. Put him in C tier. We're not going to go too into detail with all these leaders because I already did a video that's very detailed about what each of these guys do. So you can go watch the old video, but I'm just going to rank these guys right now. You can compare them. Mecha Godzilla, D for Doodoo. He sucks. He used to be really good. No HP. Let's see. Up next is Mothra. Mothra is S tier. Mothra can heal. Mothra has good range. Its HP is not that impressive for a buffed unit, but 80 range is awesome. G21 is... You gotta wait, guys. Don't get too excited. Gigan. Gigan is top of C. The new unit getting a buff, the 2004 Godzilla, Batra, Godzilla 2004, and Biolante are just better. Gigan has no range, no HP. All the gold units suck now because of leader buffs. Besides the amazing Hedorah. Ultima, S tier. Might even be higher. It's really hard to rank these guys because Ultima is just 140 range is ridiculous. But overall, like if I didn't know what deck you were playing, I'd say Ultima's overall the better pick. Healing's really good too. It's really hard to place these two, so I'm gonna leave. I think I can't decide, guys. can't decide. Ultima's just really... Well, the thing is, healing's excellent for really buff creatures. Ultima's just really good on water maps. But you can overwhelm him with Varen, so I'm going to put him here. He does have counters. If you can hit him with Varen, he has low attack power, slow attack speed. Not lower attack power compared to others. Mothra only hits 4 times with her attack, so she also has low damage. Mecha King Ghidorah, I'm going to put him in A. No, A. He's going to be very low A. Horrible at everything but energy. Horrible attack. I think he has the worst attack in the game, damage-wise. Just 70 range. HP's It's okay for an unbuffed unit, but compared to the buffed unit, it's pretty bad. Let's see. Who's next? Batra's pretty good. Batra, it's niche. If you can wipe out your opponent in the first push or second push, then he's excellent. But if you fail to kill him with your leader ability, he's pretty bad. He's got really good HP, though. I'm going to put him in B, just because of that. Biolante's probably going to be S next time. Biolante, I'd say, is top of B. The ability's just overall more reliable, and you get attack boost. Any cross-lead abilities, Shred, yeah, you can damage any leader with your deck. Mulgara, Trains, board wipes. Mecha King Ghidorah sucks. So let me put this guy back. There we go. Hidora's pretty funny. He's really tanky. He's got good AoE, but his range sucks and his ability sucks. So I'd probably put him like here, because G89 has the damage boost. He's not garbage, because he has good HP and his attack's decent. Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla's in B. He's not very good. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I'm not going to go too into detail, because I got to get, I'm probably going to get going. And if this is a quick tier list, if you want to see the explanation for these guys, check out the old video. You guys can find it. It's the leader tier list. You guys are better at YouTube than I am. Alright, Kong. Kong's a better G89. We'll put Kong in A. He does a lot of damage. He's actually pretty good. He's underrated. G21. In a 1v1, G21's the best character in the game. He's unstoppable. His colors are perfect. He has 140 range, so he's always killing something good. His ability allows you to instant kill the leader. It's ridiculously broken. That's why nobody plays Godzilla Battle Line anymore. It's because he's just too good. We just watch streams now. We discuss Godzilla Battle Line. None of us play anymore because of G21. That's why he needs a nerf. Now, Jason, I know what you're saying. He's not busted. He's good, but in my opinion, G21 is busted. You think G89 is better than Gigan? You know what? You're probably right. Let's see. Space Godzilla Leader is really good. I think he has decent HP. He has good range. His crystals can be useful. I haven't seen them. Every time I fight one, it's not a hard battle. I'm not saying B tier is really bad. It's just kind of mid. There's better options. I think Kong's better. Yeah, G21's too good. There you go. G21 is pure garbage. He is the worst leader in the game. Fire Rodan, he buffs attack instead of speed, which is weird for aerial units. I don't think he has buffed HP, so I'm going to put him down here. 75 range, I think, is good. He's just really mediocre. He's not 70 range. If you have 70 range, you're basically in C or D tier nowadays. I think Batra and these guys, well, unless your ability's really good. Which GA9's ability's good, but these guys' abilities are really good. So I'm gonna put him here. Oh, Binky. Jet Jaguar. Hamana Binky. A tier, great HP, some of the highest DPS in the game. The speed ability lasts 40 seconds. He's pretty decent. I might put him next to Violante. Violante has no HP though and no range. That's the problem. And if you can stop her rush, the deck's done for. But it's good for catching people off guard. These two are really good for catching people off guard. But if you know the gimmick already or what's coming, they're not that good. G21 is the best leader in the game. At level 1, 10,000 health, 1,000 damage per second, and 0.1 attack speed and 200 damage. Yeah, that's why he's in D tier. We all hate him. He's the worst character of all time. Hate him. Desghidorah. He has Pierce. His energy ability, Pants, I think you can weigh in on this. How much better is Mecha King Ghidorah's leader ability than Desghidorah? Like, Desghidorah is like instant energy, and then Mecha King Ghidorah is like a little over time energy. Like, I see people put him in like C tier all the time. I think I put him in C tier. But I don't know. Like, can he be good? So I'm gonna leave him there for now while the delayed stream catches up. Kiryu. Kiryu's all about that ability. I'll put him here. There's too many counters for absolute zero, but if there's no invulnerability, and your leader has lower HP, that'd be useful. Mecha King Ghidorah is way better. So the energy boost from Desghidorah is just much worse. It's better in every way. Okay. I think his Pierce is better, like his attack power. But I think his HP, their HP is the same. I think the ability is just way better. Because he does like, level 23, he does like 400 damage, 300 damage with his attack. I'll have to check Desghidorah. Maybe Desghidorah has worse attack. He just wants to hug with your cat, just like your name. He's just a big Catzilla 2021. It's a fat boy. Alright, so I'm going to keep Desghidorah probably down here. Because leader energy is useful, but you might as well use Mecha King Ghidorah. And everyone's going to have a higher level Mecha King Ghidorah, basically. If they're an older player. Alright, who's up next? Earth Leader. Shin Godzilla is an instant S. We all know. We already know. He takes energy. He could just do that and he'd still be like in the top tier. Like if he didn't do any damage really, he'd still be maybe an A or bottom S. That energy steal in that 85 range is really good. And he does good damage. Is Ultraman a leader? I forgot if Ultraman's a leader. I don't think he is. Destroyer used to be really good. Destroyer used to be really good. It's a shame. His sword is still really good. It's like a kind of like Kiryu, but I think Kiryu's does more damage. Once Destroyer gets a buff, I'll be using him again. This Godzilla's getting a buff. I think he's an A tier. He boosts, I think, everyone's speed. I think everyone's speed, and they're reducing the cost of that, I believe. So Batros is 1. This guy just has, I think, 80, 85 range. Excellent HP, good damage for a leader. He's a solid leader, just a very solid, decent leader. I think Jet Jaguar is better. No, wait. Range. Range is so important for a leader nowadays. Everything has 75 range. Like, almost everything. Ultraman's a leader. Just forget what he does. Ultraman goes in the forgetful tier. We're going to put him... Let me think. Let me try to... So, in the video, I'm picturing it. I think he buffs speed and attack a little bit. 30% speed, 20% attack. I'm doing like photo memory right now. But he has 70 range and he's stun immune. So we'll put him up here. I don't think it's as good as G80. Oh. G89 but speed. Okay. He boosts the speed of 5 cost and higher. Speed's pretty good. Especially in today's meta. I'm going to put him top of C. I don't know too much about him. But he could be B. Maybe not. Eva. Eva used to be very meta, very good. I'll put him in the bottom of B. I don't know too much about him. I fought a few. His ability was the first board wipe? So board wiping's pretty good. I don't know if he was better than Destroyer and Kiryu, though, in their heyday. So I'm going to put him in the bottom of B. Burning, Pans, Scarlet Ghidorah, let me know if I should put him up higher. A lot of these older leaders, I came in late 2023, very, very late 2023. So my knowledge on these old leaders when they were meta is very limited. I mean, I look up videos, but you can't really capture, like, the meta, like, understand the meta without playing it. You can watch it, but playing it's a different thing. So, GMK, he was very underrated until the leader buffs. I think he has 70 range. He's like a better -1, basically. Well, -1 does damage, but it has a long, long windup. And this guy also lowers everyone's attack by a lot, but he hurts himself, which doesn't, it's very little damage. I'm going to put him maybe in bottom of B. I think he has really good AoE, decent colors, maybe like top of C. No, I'll put him top of, no, because He's underrated. His ability, 99 Origo was onto something with him before the leader boss. I would probably secretly put him in upper B, lower A. Ultraman farts out a beam tickling units and goes back to the worst buzzsaw sound on Earth. That's funny. Who else is a leader that I missed? I don't know much about Mecha G. He doesn't look very good though. Gigan 04 sucks, Biolante sucks, Orga's alright, or Orga's pretty good. I don't know how much range he has. I'm gonna put him like right here, because I know he has his uses as a leader. Vetravade runs him occasionally. I don't know, I mean, when I was pulling up, my tier list is probably gonna look different based on like, because I'm not looking things up and taking the time to get to know them all. Let's see. Who else is leader? Kamen Rider, I heard, is pretty good. I'm gonna put him here because back in 2024, Destroy and Kiryu were considered better. Kamen Rider's pretty good. I think he's stun resistant. He pushes people back. He does more damage to aerial or something. I don't know. But he's a solid leader. 10 people are still watching. Woohoo! Thank you guys. Let me refresh chat. Maybe it's the... Yeah, it still says 15 somehow. That's weird. Who's up next? Oh, Mecha Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla's pretty good. I think he's, people are really vouching that he's amazing. He can heal himself, which is really good. But he's not very good at defending himself. He's 75 range, which isn't the worst, but his attack sucks. Invincible during his ability. So maybe I'll put him up here. Because iframes is huge. Mecha Godzilla is pretty good. I mean, these three, it depends on your opinion. Excuse me. We'll talk about it later. I'm going to put him as number 2 for now, though. I mean, I could switch him around. Monster Zero. I'm going to put Monster Zero second. Very good for rushing. Completely devastates and destroys Mecha King Ghidorah and anyone like him that has, like, horrible stats. Here for the rainbow glazing. Well, you better get ready. That's right, this will be new. There's 2 new leaders. So this is exciting. The old tier list still holds up, though. It's only for like a month or two ago. We'll go over each individual unit after we rank them. Let's see, who's next? Godzilla 2000. He's alright. He does a ton of damage. If people get too close, he self-destructs. I think the range is like 90 or 80. Solid damage leader. He's not bad. There's just so many better choices, you know? But he's not bad. Like, if you choose him, you're not missing out. Like, these A-tier units. Like, if you choose these guys... Wait a minute. If you choose him over these guys, I'm not going to fault you. I'm like, that's still a good choice. But then there's the S-tier. The S-tier is like, if you're going to play this game, you got to use the S-tier leaders if you want to win. These guys are like, they have huge exploitable weaknesses. Especially Mecha King Ghidorah. I'm going to put him... I think, especially after the buff, this guy's going to be really good. This guy was already really good, though. I've used him. If he was higher level, I'd still use him. This leader is fantastic. Not top A. Like, these guys are probably interchangeable. This guy just loses... Mecha King Ghidorah just loses so hard to these two. Like, against everyone else, he has a decent matchup against, or a good matchup. But he loses so hard to these guys. It's not even funny. That's what brings him down. Okay, up next is blah 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 blah. Gamera. Gamera's not bad. He's overall a good leader. I'm gonna put him on top of B. Maybe lower A. I remember Biolante and Gamera were right next to each other. Like, I put Biolante in A, but if you get past the rush gimmick or surprise, you know, whatever, they're not that hard to beat. Once you're prepared for it, you know it's coming when you see the leader, it's not that hard. So Gamera is like, he has a good attack, he pushes everybody back, which, again, that philosophy of double-edged sword, you're pushing everybody else back, you're going to build your own push, you have time to build your push now. But their push is stronger because they have more guys on their side. But he has 85 range, he pushes aerial back, I think, or maybe that's just the unit, but he's not bad. Rainbow Mothra had a huge glow up. I think Rainbow Mothra is either the best. Well, I think he's second personally, but I can see arguments for first. Rainbow Mothra went from being one of the worst leaders in the game down my like almost bottom of C tier because his invincibility has such a small range, but she had 70 range, no damage. She did like 300 damage. Now she does 750 something. You know, my level 21. 85 range is amazing. Ghidorah, Super Mechagodzilla can't get you. Ultima can't snipe you. It's AoE, it's 2-second attack speed. She is the best character at defending herself. I think she's better than 1,000-year dragon at defending herself. Just so good. The only thing is, if you don't have that ability ready right there and then, you can't use it. When Shin uses his ability, you gotta time it good. If you miss the timing, you're getting hit by a burn, you're getting hit by full damage. Because if you don't time it perfectly during the windup, you still get hit. But if you do it before he does it, you're good, as long as you don't get hit. If you do it like a second before the laser hits you, I think you're good. But outside of that, if you do it like, I think if you do it at the start of the ability, you're good. But at certain times, like 2 seconds before the laser hits, maybe a second and a half, or just right before when you're already being burnt, you get hit. So you gotta time it right. Shin steals energy. Shin is offensive. I think offense is a little better than defense. Rainbow Mothra is defensive, but she's really good. I could see an argument for her being number 1. So we'll go over that a little bit more in a few. Who else we got? Wakasa Bay got a huge glow up. He's underrated. Nobody's using him. I think he's really good. Tons of damage. He doesn't have a board wipe or something that hits the whole board or gives him HP. That's why he's not an S. Wakasa Bay is really good. He's just not as good as these guys. Rainbow Mothra shits on Monster Zero. I see a Monster Zero with my Rainbow Mothra, and I'm like, what are you going to do? Oh, you once in a blue moon hit me with your ability. Okay. Next time, I'm just going to be invincible. And Monster Zero has 75 range, so he's getting sniped to death by Ghidorah, SMG, and Ultima. It's definitely has fallen down a little bit. I could even see maybe not 4th. Some people say Mechagodzilla can be better. Ultima. I mean, I'd say these 4 right here are debatable right now. To me, they're debatable to me. Ultima could be here because Spell Mage decks. These 4 are all like relatively tight. It depends what you play. Facility decks, Mechagodzilla. Facility decks suck on the rest of these guys. Ultima and Mechagodzilla are excellent for facility decks. Rainbow Mothra, I could see usage too. So we're going to go over it more later. Super Mechagodzilla. If he gets a glow up someday, he'll be an excellent leader. He'll be up here probably. He could be the best one. I'm going to put him here. Stuns everything on the board. I think he has 100 range. His attack speed's super slow and his damage isn't high. He's still an excellent leader. Just... these guys are just so much better. So. And then Shin, yeah. Time it right. Okay, I'm gonna move on. We'll get over it. We'll move on and then get back to it. That's what I'm trying to say. -1 is an awful leader. Even when he came out, he was still C tier. He's probably gotten a little lower just because he's 70 range. He has a slow AoE attack that's better than Mecha King Ghidorah's. But his ability takes forever to wind up. It's easy to miss because your opponent can speed boost or Rainbow Mothra in that time. -1 is probably one of the worst leaders in the game. His ability can be useful though. That's what separates him from G21 and Mechagodzilla. I think -1's an awful leader. One of the worst. He's really bad. Orga. I think Orga got a buff. He can heal himself. I'm going to put Orga up here. Healing yourself is huge. You're pushing people back, which can really help. You're doing damage. I think his range is not bad. What's Orga's leader range? I want to know, because Orga, I think, is really just an overall great unit nowadays. Armored Mothra's horrible. She's the worst. Once we get to her, I think she's the worst leader. Bagon's good. 262. 262. Who am I looking for again? Orga. 262. 283. 262. This guy's doing like 301 with the tail swipe. This guy does a lot of damage. And 6,991 is the highest HP in the game so far for buffed units. 301, he does decent damage, I guess. 30, or that guy's good. Where's Orga? And then you see he has a little less HP. He has good attack though. Common Rider. Range of 80. That's really good. That's excellent. His HP is just really low. High HP. 75 reach. 70 reach. Okay, that's pretty bad. Mecha King Ghidorah, 262. So he does similar damage to Des Ghidorah, actually. Yeah, they're both really bad. Orga, 79 super reach. Deals 300 damage, which is average, guys, for all accounting all this. Rainbow Mothra, I feel like she has more HP. Plus 120 per player base, player rank. So player rank's very important on the HP. 120, 100, 120, 90. So depending on your player rank, you get plus 120 on the best monsters. Alright. So Orga's got 79 reach. I'm going to put him here. Common Rider, I'm going to move... Common Rider's good here. Alright guys, what are you saying? Monster Zero downplay is crazy. It's always satisfying when an MZ lead uses his ability and you use yours. I'm forgetting how to talk, guys. Just by using your reaction speed. Yeah, I love doing that. Isn't just it has a 20%. Oh, 20% damage buff isn't the G89 does like 50%, I believe. It only lasts for 10 seconds, right? But that is good. That's a good point. That is a good point. Rainbow Mothra is the best leader in the game. I can see that. These two can be switched. But I think Shin's ability to take energy. I think it's like if this game just came out and all the leaders as they are now, Shin I think is #1. But because we've played Shin so much, we know everything to do against him. So we're all really good at the matchup right now with Shin. But I think Shin's still better. Like, if you give these guys all blank slate, I think Shin's still the best. Kev415, I stopped using Monster Zero. Okay. Rainbow Mothra, Monster Zero, then Shin. I think Monster Zero even has like an even or losing matchup to Mecha Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla is made to be a counter. Like when they released this, these two were like defensive, offensive, you know? Rainbow Mothra is the best? That's interesting, guys. I'm definitely thinking about it right now. I did just get my 5th Ariake Destroya from these eggs. Oh, hell yeah, man. I gotta do my event. Shin has the best color matching for cards with the new Shin. Both these guys have amazing colors, my god. But yeah, Shin and Jet Jaguar have the best colors. Well, you can get like, so if I use like King Ghidorah or like a leader that doesn't match colors, I'm losing 150 to 200 HP. Which is still, that could still save you with the 1 HP, you know? I think I got the Shin icon too. Lasts for 15 seconds? Okay. Shin stays top. For me, Shin and Monster Zero can be just what they both do their own rules. I just have an easier time against Monster Zero yet. Shin #1, meta as fuck. So yeah, that's what I was saying about like the blank slate is we've all played Shin probably thousands of times at this point, right? How many times have you played Rainbow Mothra? You probably played him like, what, 50, 100 times? So give it time. Maybe next leader tier list we can revisit. But I can see Rainbow Mothra being #1, but I think Shin's #1. We're just all so used to him now. I'm the opposite. I have an easier time against Shin. Shin and MZ is hard to use. They're special if you're using the Ebra card. Yeah. I think using the Ebra card on these two is more viable. Especially since Mothra and King Ghidorah aren't good with the Ebra and Legion card because their HP isn't as high as Rainbow Mothra's or Shin's. You need to have that big HP. I mean, obviously, you use Mecha King Ghidorah with Legion or Ebra, you're going to be a C tier, D tier character. But yeah, these two aren't as good with Legion or Ebra. Pants. Yeah, the damage buff lasts for 15 seconds. Jason, you got some interesting takes. Maybe one day you'll just fought someone called Oil Me Up Daddy. When Waka 89 shoots you with a special beam, it feels like being shot by a sniper when it's at level 5. Yeah, it's I don't know how much they increase the damage by. Alright, let's finish up, guys. I want to wrap this up. 3-hour stream's good though, we got some good music going. Mulgara, Shaishimo uses them. I'm not gonna look up the stats anymore. As I said before, if you're just tuning in, look at my old leader tier list for in-depth detail of every one of these guys. Mulgera lowers defense, kind of like Ultima and Dab. He has decent reach. I'd probably put him here. He's not that good. Like, he's alright. He's not the worst leader. He can definitely... His leader ability's fine. I don't think he has any buffs, though. Like, of recent times. Okay. Yinza. 1,000-Year Dragon. I think... So, mine does 443. This is without card boost. Times 3 with one enemy. So, he's doing 1,200 per hit. He attacks 2.8 seconds. So if you're hitting 1v1, he's better. He's the best DPS. But I think Rainbow Mothra overall is the best DPS if you have multiple units. His stun ability has a cooldown of 70 seconds, which it can be useful. If you want to stun someone with -1, you can combo his special. His HP is fantastic. His card colors are eh. He's 75 range. I think Wakasabe is 79. I think he's like around here, top A. I think he's really good. I don't think he's top A, but for now, because we don't have everybody up. 1,000-Year Dragon's a good leader. He's like, he has a lot of HP, so he does okay against all these guys. And he does hit 4 different guys for, oh, weird hair in my beard. Hang on. Yzma, how did your hair get in here? Yzma, where are you? You're sleeping in the corner. You need to sleep in the chair. What am I paying you for? Sorry, guys. My cat's being... You see my cat? Yzma's being irresponsible and not... She's camera shy. Let me turn off this light real quick. It's driving me nuts. There we go. Yeah, 1,000-Year Dragon's fine. What are the names on GBL? My takes are the right ones because I'm always right, Gur. I know, people are weird. Alright, see ya. Hey, thanks for swinging by, man. You can't think you're always right. Like me, I'm not always right. Otherwise, opinions wouldn't matter in this world. Who knows? What if this game stops updating and all of a sudden the best character in the game is Wakasabe? Because some guy found out that he's actually really good with attack boost. What if someone finds out Ultima's actually the best character with a certain combo, you know? Nothing's set in stone in this game. Who else we have? We have this guy. I don't know how good this guy is. I don't think he's that great. I think he has... No, because his ability, he uses it, pushes everybody back, which pushing is iffy. Who else has a push ability? Gamera. I'm going to put him up here. He has good HP, good attack. His range sucks, I think, originally, but when he uses his leader ability, he pauses. So maybe I'll put him right here. Because he pauses for a long time after he uses his ability. I don't think he's that good. But his HP is amazing. 1,000-Year Dragon just needs more range. I wish he got the 85 range. They increase by like 1,000 damage at level. He does only have 1,000 damage at level 20 something, which sucks. Yeah, I'm paying for your dinner, Yzma. What if Shin Form 2 is the best? Whoa. Also, I thought you were going to say you were going, which is why I said see ya. What? I thought Jason was getting banned. Tax art is actually bad. Yeah, his lawyer got him out. I got a cease and desist. Alright, Godzilla evolved. He's a very solid leader, 85 range, good ability. He was like the best leader, I think, for a little bit. If he got a buff, he's going to be lethal. He gets energy back when he kills people with his ability. He's a really good leader. He just got outshined by these two when they got buffed. Godzilla the Ride. I heard he's a decent leader. I'll put him... maybe like right there. His critical could be really, really useful. And I think he has decent range too. He has like 75, 79. So he's pretty good, and Stomp is awesome. So if you use somebody in the A tier, you are at a disadvantage against S tiers. But A tiers are like good enough where like you won't always lose because of them. I'll put Gamera in like B because he's unbuffed. Probably put him back here. Thinking about it now. This guy's really, really good. He's like a better Mecha King Ghidorah. When you use his ability, all 2.8 second or more attack speed monsters get their cost reduced by 2, and they buffed it. He has amazing HP, 85 range, Good damage. He's one of the best leaders. I don't think he's S tier though. There's like a big bridge that they have to cross to be S tier. You forgot Ride Goji lead. I got it. Yeah, you probably. I think you reminded me subconsciously. Evo isn't an A anymore. Horrible HP and his special is still bugged. It's bugged? I've used him before when he was new and that ability was amazing. His DPS is really good. He's got really good 85 range. Basically, 85 range automatically puts you in the A tier. Or S tier. Ride Goji Stomp just needs to be adjusted so it only happens when you can one-shot the enemy. Stun resistance as well. That's right. Thank you, Bernie. Stun resistance is very good for a leader. Monster Zero has it as well. There isn't as much stun lately, though, so not as useful, but they're still here despite the stun resistance. Let's see, who else? Gigan Rex. Gigan Rex is a really good leader, too. I think he's at top A. The Gigan Miles have a lot more HP than the units versions. I think he has 85 range as well. Double hit, so very good against Shinden or invulnerability. Just a great unit. I see people use him in egg mode. I see Gigan Rex sometimes. I see him more than all these other units. Like these are, if I had to rate them by how common they are, Rainbow Mothra, Shin, Monster Zero, Mecha Godzilla. Probably this actually. With a Spell Mage deck, this is lethal. Void. I see Ultima a lot. Monster Zero and Ultima are pretty similar in usage, but these two are really common. So, yeah, Gigan Rex, very good. Very good. He has a lot of HP too. He has board wipe units basically beat all these guys because of their board wipe abilities. Rainbow Mothra, she's up here because she can stand up to him and has excellent stats, amazing stats. Gamera, Thermo, Storm, Diarrhea. Surprised G91 isn't a leader. Bagon. He didn't get a leader for a long time. Bagon, I think, is honestly A tier. Bagon's actually pretty good. I don't know, maybe he's like down here. Probably ahead of. No, I'll put Bagon up here. The fact that he can still hit a bunch of people. His special hits half the map, which is like a half board wipe. He just lacks HP and he has 72 reach, which is a big issue, but his attack can hit 5 people at once. That's what puts him up here. If he hit one enemy at a time, he'd be B. Armored Mothra is complete dog shit. Armored Mothra sucks. The only thing is she has high attack speed. Let me show you how bad Armored Mothra is. Armored Mothra is the worst leader I've ever seen in the game. And I remember reading the description. I gotta do this. Armor cross heat layer, energy cost 2, 126 times 3, so that's about average attack in a straight line, and reduces damage taken by 5% for 10 seconds. That's horrible. Colors are in. Bad HP, decent attack, 70 reach, 1.9 seconds. So she's not as bad as G21, but she is kind of like down there. She is just an awful leader. Just not 70 reach is awful. Bad HP. Bad ability. They're very similar. Only difference is this person has a 1.9 attack speed, so she can kill fast. I mean, both these guys. G21 I think still is the worst leader because he takes a long time to kill. He can be stunned. Armored Mothra, at least when she's stunned, she can attack right away. Not this egg. Takes up a 4-star slot. That's true. Gigan Rex lead is a very popular in egg mode. I see him too. Ultima's the best in egg mode. Yeah, Ultima's really good. That's why I'm moving him up a little bit. Honestly, Armored Mothra may be worse than G21. I'm thinking it too. At least G21. Well, G21, if he gets stunned, which he can be stunned, I guess, it's nothing. He's just like, if he gets hit by chibis, he loses. So the stun makes him useless. He's actually like, yeah, useless too if the chibis get to him. It's actually 95% defense. He just takes 5% damage. Wait, what? It's wrong. It reduces all damage to 5%, even blocking Kiryu's. And is that for all units? Thank you guys for saying this. I didn't know this. So wait. I just checked. It's been 3 hours since the start, guys. I'm a I don't want to say I'm a professional streamer, but I love streaming. I enjoy it. I enjoy if this becomes a thing where I can actually make money and support my family with this. That'd be a dream come true because I love streaming. Yeah, you're right, Jason, about that. G21 is pretty bad. By the time G21. So it's 95% defense on the leader? Is that what it is, or is it all units? I think it's the leader. So we'll put him up a little bit. That's actually a useful ability. Then maybe I'll put him up to here. Now that you guys have exposed the truth. So even if it's defending herself, that's pretty good. So I'll put her like that. Top of C. I mean, it's still not good enough because it doesn't do a lot of damage. It does some damage. It's better than Thousand Dragon. Lead only. Okay, if it was all units, then she'd probably be in B. But lead only. If you're taking damage already, you're getting overwhelmed. And when you use your special, you're not able to attack. Alright, who's next? Poopera. Poopera's pretty poopy. He doesn't have the HP buff. Why aren't they released with the HP buff? That's so stupid. He's like a mini absolute zero. I think he has some range though. Do I have to check again? I'm gonna check again, guys. I think he actually has some range. I had him in like low A or B tier, I think. I'm having a hard time telling them apart. Energy cost 5. Oh. 80 range. So yeah, he's basically a better Kiryu. Being able to defend himself and a cheaper thing. So I'm gonna put him... I think the hate on him is overrated, to be honest. He's actually a decent leader. We'll put him like here. Of course, there's a ton of, like, he has the same weakness as Kiryu, but he just has better range. I think he knocks people back, too. Leader only, but it'll be interesting how they buff armor buff for leader. Yeah, Dark Crow, I think you're right about that. The damage of the ability is actually not bad in his cross map. Yeah, I remember that. So maybe... I think GMK's ability is still alright, though. It's just... Yeah, she's... I don't know, I don't like her. I don't like her, we're putting her down there. Good winning animation. Would say he's better than Kiryu on defense because of knockback and better range, and the energy cost gives a better deal. That game has bullied my Evo and Bernie 2019 before with knockback on its attacks. That's true, so G91 had a hard time too. I'm going to put him actually... I think the hate's overrated. I'm going to put him... maybe like right here. And then, any new leaders, or is that it? Did we miss anyone? I don't think we missed anyone, did we? Manila leader, S+++ tier. Yeah, we haven't really gotten a lot of leaders, have we, in recent times? Yeah, so there's the tier list, guys. Taba leader is very excellent. Taba leader is the best. I don't know if I'm gonna go over this whole thing, because I gotta get going soon. I think this is about right. I mean, these three can be interchangeable. Maybe even these four, you can change them around. Mothra is really good with beefy units, but she's not good at defending herself, even with 80 range. Her HP is not as impressive as the rest of these guys. Actually, she has the same as Monster Zero. So yeah, I'll save this one too, and I'll post them both later. And then we can save it. Leader tier list. Live stream. I'll probably put live stream on the other one too. That was awesome, guys. Thank you for helping me make these tier lists. 3 hours. You know, we took our time. We talked about Mexican food. We talked about how amazing British food is. Which I put Hidori in D. Nothing good about Lear. He has a ton of HP, actually. He has a lot of HP. He has a ton of HP, as his AoE is good. Gamma knockbacks evolve in Super G. Yeah, anything at less than 80. That's actually... he might be an underrated leader. Like, we could probably see him up in, like, in the A's someday. And if people really learn to harness his special by lowering the special cost, he could be a good leader. I think because he was a bad unit, he got overhated. Okay, that's a good point. Great stream. Thanks, Pans. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I gotta find out if I'm picking my wife or not from work. So I'm gonna post these later. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Wait, let me do it. I'll do wait this way. Bye-bye. Burning Godzilla, you better watch your mouth. What did you just say? Dude, you never had an extra large pizza in your life, Burning G. I'm coming back. Don't diss American food. All right, I'm gone for real now. See you guys.